was great out the gate. Like, soon as I dropped my first release, it went through the roof, and I knew it was something for me. So I immediately quit cutting hair. I'm a risk taker, which I aspire a lot of y'all to be as well. That's what I did. And as you can see now, we are going crazy. I'm pulling up at schools. We getting everything out the trunk. We getting crazy orders. I'm getting thousands of orders by the month, hundreds of orders by the day. And man, we just trying to help y'all do the same thing.
Hey man, so this is the collab of the year that you never knew you needed. I promise y'all the information that we're about to give y'all today is going to surpass any expectation you have for us. All right. Now we do have some goals as we get into this class, right? So here's a couple of our goals in today's class. All right. So in this small amount of time, our personal goal is to, number one, give you confidence where there was once uncertainty. All right. Our second goal is to give you clarity where there was once confusion. So whatever you're confused about, we want to clear all of that stuff up today. All right. Number three, we want to over deliver actionable information. Like, this ain't another class. Like, we're not about to just come in here and sit in our class and not do nothing. Like, nah, you can do that with somebody else. But in this class, we need action takers. All right. If you an action taker, drop action taker in the chat.
Fire emojis going. Let's get the energy up in this chat, man. Let's show us you excited about being here.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
So also our fourth goal is to electrify you and wake you up and motivate you to take risks and chase your dreams, because we did the same exact thing. And although we come from two different backgrounds, we still both have to take that risk, and jump off the ledge and actually go out there. Right. Now, our last goal is to give you more information than most people's courses in the next 45 to 60 minutes. Like, you got the best in the industry right now, hand in hand, working with y'all to teach all these things. All right. So with that being said, again, guys, we actually have a promise that we need from you. All right. So a promise that you will take action on the information that we give you today. This isn't just another class. So we need you guys to hold yourselves accountable to increase the chances of your own success.
Can y'all please give us a promise in the chat?
Drop it in below.
Let's type promise below if you're ready to ride out. Let's get it.
If you promise to use this information, drop it in the chat right now.
Go.
All right. Go. Now we have another goal on here that we didn't actually put on here, right? But our other goal is one that we left at the end, because we don't even want you to consider it unless we deliver on our very first goal. Okay. So all those goals that we showed you, of course, that's something that we want to do first. However, our last goal is to offer an opportunity to all of you that are in here in this class today that will 100% expedite your success and expedite the results that you guys are being able to get in the e-commerce and clothing brand field. All right. Now, if we are able to accomplish our very first goal that we showed you guys, we just need 10 minutes of your time at the end of the class. Do we have a deal? If we can knock out our first goal, you guys agree to give us 10 minutes of your time at the end of today's class. If we got a deal, drop it in the chat. If we got a deal, drop it in the chat.
All we need is 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes of your time. If that's okay with you, drop it in the chat. And if it's not okay, feel free to leave now, because the room is capped out and there's multiple people trying to get in right now. All right.
Do it.
Cool. Appreciate y'all. So recently, this was probably about a month and a half ago, I ran into Drewski, and I felt like this was very powerful since I knew we were going to cap the class out. And one question I asked Drewski is, I was like, yo, how long did it realistically take you to get to where you are? And his response was, it took me 5 years to get to where I am. If I could have done it all over again, I would have hung around people better than me and make investing in myself a priority. And the crazy thing is, Shaq, we both have invested in ourselves a bunch of times throughout the last few years with starting our brands, right? Now, I want to tell you guys about an event that I recently went to out in Austin, Texas. Now, this isn't just a normal event, right? Now, this event was called Webinar Con. And I recently went to this event this past weekend, and it cost me $4,000 just for me, by myself, to go to this event, right? And you guys can see the receipt right there. I paid $4,000 just for the event, not for travel, not for the hotel, none of that. Just to meet this guy that you guys see in this picture right now. His name is Jason Fladlin, and Jason Fladlin helped me make over $800,000 in less than 6 months. And y'all know we're big on receipts, so I have the receipts for y'all later down the line. But I want y'all to remember this person right here, because at the end of the day, somebody who's been able, or somebody like me who's been able to invest in myself and then see a return of $800,000 in less than 6 months, that's insane.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane. Ridiculous. And the crazy part is, when Jason Fladlin was actually up on the stage speaking, he said something and it really stuck with me. And I really wanted to deliver this to all of you that are in this class right now. He said, it's not always the fear of failure. Sometimes it's the fear of success that stops a person from being great. Now, the crazy part is a lot of y'all, right? A lot of y'all don't fear failure. You fear success. You fear what it's going to be like, what your life is going to be like after you get started. And we don't want y'all to be like that, all right? And Jason Fladlin is known as the $100 million man. So I want y'all to keep in mind, Jason Fladlin is goated. And all of the information I took from that past event is stuff I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, all right? Now, real quick, we want to just imagine something, all right?
Pay attention to this.
Right? We want to imagine, right? Let's just imagine that this is you. You sent me this message. You sent me and Shaq this message. A $15,000 invoice, right? Being paid for our consultation. So in this class, right, we just want you to imagine that you paid us $15,000, and in this class is going to be our job to over deliver more than $15,000 worth of information. All right, do we have a deal?
Let's get some deals down below.
If y'all got a deal, if we got a deal,
below.
if we got a deal, drop it in the chat right now. Drop it in the chat if we have a deal. We're going to act like you just sent us $15,000 for this class, and it's our job to now overcome that $15,000. All right,
let's shoot this through the roof.
Let's get it. Oh yeah,
They ready.
They ready.
They ready.
They ready now. They ready now.
They ready now.
So let's talk about how this class came to be. So after documenting my story on social media, I actually ran into Shaq giving game on TikTok. Like, he was one of the biggest people doing it. He was making a bunch of clothing brand videos, manufacturer videos, and all of that stuff. So I decided to show love to his page, right? Now, once I actually reached out to Shaq, he later reached back out, and eventually we met up in person, and the rest has been history, yo. Like, this is literally like my kids, my mom's son, right? Now, after a few months, we decided to partner up and bring you guys and the culture the ultimate clothing brand masterclass that you never knew you needed. All right.
There we go.
Now, we brought together our most important experiences and lessons for you in this free class. All right. Now, these lessons have helped not only us, but multiple other people of all ages, races, and genders to effectively create profitable clothing brands. All right. Now, real quick, I want to introduce you guys to one of my students. His name is Sharif. And the crazy part is Sharif started just like a lot of y'all, right? Like, Sharif started his clothing brand called So Chosen. He started printing on hats, shirts, and all types of different products, right? But after starting and not really seeing a crazy amount of success out the gate, he started exploring different types of products like track suits, jogging suits, and all those different types of products, right? Now, one day he ended up enrolling into my program and took some of the secrets that I gave him to scale his brand So Chosen. And if you guys want to go check his brand out, make sure you guys just let him know Tez and Shaq sent you over, right? Now, after a few weeks of applying my teachings, he ended up sending me this on social media, right? He said, I also want to thank you for all the information you effortlessly give. With the assistance of 2 of your courses, I was able to earn close to $8,000 this month. Real quick, if you want to make $8,000 this month or even next month or whenever, you want to make $8,000 in a month, comment me or comment yes in the chat right now, because the information that we're about to give you is the same information he had access to.
Comment.
Now, a couple months later, the crazy part is Sharif is going crazy right now, right? He has a Black Friday drop coming up, and he's been able to do crazy numbers with his brand that I want to show you right now, right? So the crazy part is about Sharif is he's the same age, around the same age as us, and he's been able to make over $40,000 in just 1 month. And I want to actually show you guys the video of him making $40,000 in a month right now. So we'll be right back.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Ted.
I'm about to do that.
Oh yeah, Emerald started his. Oh, you live?
What the hell?
Yo, what up, y'all?
Ambrose, what?
You live?
All right, so it looks like since we have so many people in the class right now, the video won't even play, which is absolutely insane. So at the end of the day, in that video, he was just basically saying he made $40,000 in just 1 month. We apologize. When you have 5,000 people in here, I mean, you're bound to lag with technology.
Yeah, it's too many people.
Now, real quick, I just want to ask you guys, don't you think if Sharif can make these type of results, make $40,000 in a month, then so can you? Let us know in the chat right now if you think that you can make over $40,000 in a month with your own brand. And again, he's literally started just like
bro, he's trying to do too much engaging,
so go ahead,
not too much teaching.
Let
me know in the chat right now. Like, this is not YouTube, bro.
1 month with your brand.
The chat ain't gonna help you. You made your money
yes,
already.
Yes, perfect.
So
there's literally no better time than right now to start building your
put it in the chat,
brand,
bro. You can't even read the chat.
We got a chance to sit down and
keep on saying, if you want to make money, put it in the chat right now.
And those reasons are these. All right, here's your biggest reasons: time, money,
It wouldn't record
confused,
my audio if I took
fear,
the headphones
and skill. And these are all big reasons that you probably haven't even started your brand yet. And in today's class, it's our goal to completely go through the ins and outs of starting in this space with little time, little money, and zero experience. All right. Now, if this sounds good to you, go ahead and comment yes in the chat right now if that all sounded good to you. All right. If that sounded good to you, go ahead and comment yes in the chat right now before we get started. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick. You guys don't have to worry about it. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and get to the next slide. So now we're going to give you the top 3 secrets from both of our systems today to help you make over 6 to 7 figures online from home with your clothing brand. All right. So here's the 3 secrets that we're going to be talking about today. All right. So secret number 1, how to easily find manufacturers that can create anything you need with the fastest shipping times possible. Like, we're already super good at manufacturing stuff. Y'all know that, right? Now, secret number 2, we're going to talk about how to build a profitable Shopify store that can make over $100,000 online with no experience or college degree. And then the last secret, this is going to be the one that you want to stay for until the end. And don't forget, y'all, we have a special guest speaker coming at the end of the class as well. How to make great content without making it yourself. We're going to be sharing all of this stuff with you guys in today's class. All right. Now, real quick, which one you think they're most excited to learn about?
They need all of them.
Y'all need all of them. Real quick, let's just ask them. Which secret are you most excited to learn about? Is it secret number 1 where we talk about manufacturers? Or is it secret number 2 where we're going to talk about Shopify stores? Or is it secret number 3 on how to get content made the right way? Go ahead and let us know in the chat right now before we get into the information portion of this class. All of them? All right, let's get it. So right now, guys, it's time for y'all to lock in. And I want y'all to pay attention to this screenshot because I was able to have a $60,000 deposit go into my account. So from sleeping on the floor and selling do-rags to $60,000 of deposit, and even Shaq, right? 100K day. 100K day. That's crazy, right? So the information that you guys are about to get in today's class is extremely valuable. Please make sure you guys are taking notes. All right. Now let's go ahead and kickstart into secret number 1, how to easily find manufacturers that can create anything you need with the fastest shipping times possible. All right. Now, why is secret number 1 important? Well, number 1, if you understand how to find reliable manufacturers, your business will never stop. All right. And then the second reason why secret number 1 is important is the quicker you receive your products, the quicker you can sell them for a profit. All right. Now, real quick, do you think they're ready for this? No. I don't think they're ready. Yo,
let's get some yes in the comments, though. If you're ready, let us know.
Let's get it. If y'all ready,
let us know.
Let us know in the chat right now. We about to start saucing y'all up right now. It's time to pay attention. Hopefully you got your notebook up or whatever you got to take notes. If you're ready, go ahead and drop a yes in the chat. Let's get it. We about to break down secret number 1, how to easily find manufacturers that create anything you need.
It's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah, it's sauce time.
This is going to be crazy.
So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Hope y'all are ready. Buckle your gears. It's time to go. All right. So how we found our manufacturers that help us make multiple 5- and 6-figure months. All right. So this was literally just me. 3 years ago, I was delivering do-rags locally in Cleveland at 19. And this is how I was marketing myself. And if I'm being honest with y'all, I had no clue what I was doing, but I was just trying to get a bag. I was trying to take care of my daughter. Right. Now, I quickly realized, and Shaq, you realized as well, that if we wanted a real business, then we needed to source our products from real manufacturers at a lower price than it costs around us and get them in bulk. All right. So that's when we stumbled across Alibaba.com. So I started off in the do-rag space. Shaq immediately jumped into the clothing brand space. Yep. And the dope thing is I ended up finding a manufacturer that was cheaper than the beauty supply store that I was buying my do-rags from. So I started buying these products in bulk from them and building a relationship with these manufacturers. All right. Now, once I found a manufacturer, I feel like a lot of these people, like, real quick, how many of y'all have manufacturer problems right now? Comment in the chat. Because I'm pretty sure both of us, we both had manufacturer problems in the beginning. So how many of y'all have manufacturer problems right now? You can't find the right ones. You probably got scammed. Like, let us know in the chat if you're struggling with manufacturers, right? Now, for us, that was one of my biggest problems. But once I actually got that out the way, I was able to push my side hustle into a real business on Shopify. And I started seeing some success. So not even 90 days later, we had our first $10,000 month selling do-rags.
That's what y'all see.
Do-rags, y'all. Like literally, right? So
Yes,
I want to
bro,
be
this
transparent.
is-
Again, in this class, we told y'all we're going to be completely transparent with both of our brands, right? So for me, I was paying about $5.10 each do-rag, and I was selling them for around $14.99 to $19.99, which
He's
means
buying
that
them
I
for
was
$5
profiting
and
around
selling them for
$15 each
14.
do-rag that I sold. Now, let's just give you guys basic numbers, okay? If we got 20 sales a day, right, at that profit, we were making $297 a day in profit. Now, let's just say we were to get
That's why I
20
recorded
sales
this
a day over 360 or over 30 days, right? That would equivalent out to $8,934. And let's just say we got 20 sales a day over every single day of the year. That's over $100,000 a year in profit just from selling do-rags, right? Now, Shaq, go ahead and tell them about your numbers.
Okay, so profit numbers are very, very important, and a lot of people don't pay attention to that when they started. But for me, I was started off with basketball shorts, simply basketball shorts. I was paying $14 a short,
right
but I was selling it for $60 a short. So that was a $46 profit. So if you think about it, same scale he just did, if that's 20 sales a day, I was profiting almost a band a day. And at 30 days, I was profiting almost $30,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? In a year, I was profiting $330,000. So profit margins are important, and making sure you get the manufacturer with the right profit point is also important. So that's why we here to help.
And it's crazy because these are off of shorts, and you did a pre-order.
Off shorts.
And you barely, how much do you think you spent out of pocket?
I had to take
in the beginning?
In the beginning, probably no more than $5,000.
Just starting out.
Just starting out.
Right.
No more.
So I ain't spent more than $5,000.
My initial start,
that was all.
$120 just to start. With
my
the
initial
pre-order.
start.
Oh, his first start was
Right?
120.
So real quick, we want to ask y'all in the chat: is it okay if we go ahead and find not only a winning product with you guys, but also teach you guys how we find reliable manufacturers that can help you make six figures a year online while only putting in 5 to 10 hours a week? Are y'all ready? I don't know if they're ready.
Man, let's get some yeses in the chat. Let's get some fire emojis. Let's get this chat live. Let's get it live.
Let's get it.
Chat live.
Now, guys, the more y'all be lit in the chat, the more bonuses we gonna throw at y'all throughout the entire class. All right.
Oh, they say
let's
more
get it.
engagement, the more.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and switch screens now.
They must
Let's
make
go ahead
more
and jump into Alibaba
according to
itself,
engagement.
so we can go ahead and give y'all this information. All right. Now, if you guys can see our screen right now, go ahead and drop a yes in the chat. But as you guys can see, we are on Alibaba.com. Now, what we're about to share with you is some stuff that I haven't even seen anybody talk about just yet.
I be
right?
fucking
So
Alibaba
if you guys don't know
up,
what
y'all.
Alibaba is basically where you guys can go to find wholesale manufacturers. So if you want to hold inventory, if you want to buy things in bulk, Alibaba is the place to go, right? Now, the dope thing about Alibaba is that when you come over into Alibaba.com and you go to Buyer Central, we can literally go to Submit RFQ, right? Now, once we click Submit RFQ, really quick, guys, we're going to go ahead and switch screens since it opened up another tab. Bam, right? So this is exactly what this is. So basically what submitting an RFQ is like putting out a blast email to all the manufacturers with your requirements. So now, instead of them going to find manufacturers, we're going to teach the manufacturers to come to you. And this is exactly how you do it. So
You put
now,
in a request for quotation
manufacturers,
through
now they're gonna come to
Alibaba,
you,
tell them
and
what you
can filter
want,
through
and they
them
can hit
when
you
using
up.
this process and this
that.
strategy, right? So if you wanted to start off with jogging
learned
suits,
something,
right?
man.
You would literally type jogging suits in right here. And as you guys can see, it has a pop-up tab with all types of different products,
Okay,
right?
I wanted it.
Now, the next thing you want to do is you could talk about the different types of
RFQ,
features that you
press
want
record.
your jogging suits to have, right? So let's just say we want it to be sustainable, and we want our material, let's just say polyester, right? For example. Now, again, this is going to send out an email blast to all the manufacturers that can actually accomplish your goal, right? Now, the dope part is if you don't really have a lot of money, you can tell them that. So if you have less than $1,000, guess what? You can tell them $1,000 or less USD, right? Now, enter your sourcing quantity. Let's just say you only wanted to start with 10 products, right? 10 pieces. You can literally list that right here, and you can leave all of this stuff the same, and then obviously put in your
telling niggas how to get on.
Put in some images
And
if
then
you want
he
to have some
already
images for them to see how you want your stuff to look.
He's not
And then you
creating
wanna go ahead
competition,
and
he's
put your
creating
email in. And literally, this is going to send out a huge
became
email
Yeezy,
blast. So now
and
you
one
guys
of his
don't have to go through the
students
stuff that we
became
went through, where we
somebody
got to
close to Yeezy, he got a
make
nigga
sure
to
you're not
lean on.
scamming and all of that stuff. No, the manufacturers are
teach
going to come to you now, and now you can filter through them and use our strategies that we talk about to help you guys pick the right manufacturer. Like no more going out and searching for them. Let's have them come to us and let's go ahead and filter through them. All right. Now, this is exactly how you guys do it. Again, this is at Buyer Central on Alibaba.com. It's called Request for Quotation. They'll literally send you different types of items, pictures, and videos of their work. And they'll literally send you messages within the Alibaba app to notify you about all the manufacturers that are reaching out to you. All right. Now, real quick, if you guys like that, again, we switching things up now.
I bet y'all believe we got game now.
I bet that.
I bet y'all ready to sit in here for the rest of the show now.
So he said, I bet y'all believe we got game now. I bet y'all willing to sit for the rest of the show now. That's a
bet y'all ready to stay now.
After you showed me that, I do believe you,
I
man.
bet you ready to stay now.
Because I ain't never heard of request for
Check this out,
quotation.
y'all. Again, that's exactly how you guys can start reaching out to manufacturers
Like, you
and
can
have
bid
them
for
come to
jobs,
you.
bro.
So no
Like,
more
not
looking
just
for
in,
them.
like,
After all the stuff that we
manufacturing,
learned, now we give you that
distribution,
gem. Now they can come
like,
to you.
I saw a
let's
video
go ahead
earlier
and
about
talk
American
finding a winning
manufacturers
product, right?
that are just as
So
good
let's
as
just say you
Alibaba.
don't want to start a clothing brand. You don't want
It's
to do
four
what
of
me and
them.
him are doing. Let's just say you want to drop ship and find a product that can make you six figures.
Like, that shit
Perfect. I got you.
exist.
So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to google.com right now, and we're going to type in TikTok made me buy it. Right now, what this is going to do is going to bring up a list of different trending products on TikTok that you can literally go find the manufacturer for and literally start reselling, just like how we would sell our products, right? So we go to TikTok made me buy it. It's going to open up the website, and now we can see a bunch of trending videos, trending products, and we can even see the views, the amount of likes that they're getting, and everything, right? And obviously, we can literally just pick a product from here that is already going viral, and literally out the gate, just find a product and start selling it. Right, so let's see if we can find a product with y'all right now that is going viral, but you guys can also use, right? So replying, do you believe now? So this is a flame humidifier. All right, so let's take a look at this ad right now.
What the hell happened? Oh, he pressed the video.
So basically, this is the dope thing about this strategy is that they already make the content, so you can literally mimic the same exact content. But it's going viral. It has 2.7 million views or plays, right? So if we wanted to sell the same exact product, right, what we're going to do is head over to the TikTok page of this person who has it, right? So Ethereal Blaze. Now, again, this is if you just wanted to start off or you really don't have a lot of money to start and you don't want to touch any inventory, this is the best way to get into this because me and Shaq believe of getting you into this space no matter what, all right? Now, as you guys can see, this person made a bunch of different content with the same exact product. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up their actual website and show you guys exactly what it looks like so we can show you just how clean and simple a website is on Shopify, right? So we're going to open up the actual website. Now, look at this. Flame air humidifier. This song is
the website and it's a fucking
$30, right? So the dope thing about this is that these are literally simple images. You can go pull these images from AliExpress, and we're going to talk about that because again, this is a great way to start something on the side of your job or something right now without having to put too much money.
So this is what I was saying.
So very simple website. But now we're going to head over to AliExpress, all right? Now, AliExpress is best for those of you who want to drop ship. So what me and Shaq recommend is start drop shipping first. If you don't have the money to start your brand, use that money to start the brand, and then now your brand can evolve and go bigger, right? Now, what we're going to look up is a flame humidifier, right? So now we're going to find the manufacturer that sells the same exact product. So once we type in flame humidifier, you guys can see a multitude of different products, and we want to look at the ones that have the best numbers and the best shipping, right? So obviously, if we scroll down, we can see a bunch of these different ones, right?
6 figures, nigga.
Now,
He telling
again,
you
guys
why
can sell
he
the
get
same
more
exact
money
product
than
for a
the
little bit
regular
more.
nigga.
But let's just say we
He's
wanted to
saying,
go with this one right
go to
here,
TikTok
right? So
and
this
find
manufacturer is
the
selling
most
this for
bought
$13.58,
sell them back to
and
these
they're
kids.
charging $30 to sell this product to
And he's
you.
telling you
Okay?
where to find
So
them.
actually, what I'm going to do is I think it's a lot better and easier
He's
for us
showing
to just go
all
ahead and
his
show
the
them,
other
right?
tricks.
So what I'm
He's
going to do
showing
is I'm
somebody
going to pull
else's
up a
tricks
calculator
and
on
basically
our
saying
other
this is
screen
what I
right
do.
now.
He's not
And
showing
what I'm going to
his
do is I'm
site.
going to actually show you
He's going to
guys
their
a
site
six-figure
and
product
breaking
right
their
now.
shit down.
Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm
He
going to
won't
share
show
my
his
screen
shit.
over
You
here,
feel me?
right?
I
So
would
that
love to
person
buy
was
it. Only
selling
thing he
that
shows
product
himself.
for $30, right? Now, if we
30.
subtracted the
That's how
amount
much
that they're
the person
paying
on
for the
TikTok
product,
selling.
which is $13.58,
$13.58.
right? That's a profit of $16.42 per product, right? So let's just say we sold 20 a day. Bare minimum. Now, mind y'all, it had 2.7 million views, over 150,000 likes. And that person made that content without, any ads or anything, right? So if we multiply this by 20, that means in profit, you could profit $328 a day if you were to get 20 sales a day. Now, let's just say we got 20 sales a day over 30 days, same example as me and him, that's $9,852 a month in profit. And let's just say we were to get 20 sales a day.
Bro, it's no excuse to why me and Rashawn ain't doing this, y'all. Y'all niggas who watch this, Melly, you know,
now again,
fucking age, all the niggas subscribe, Blake, like my subscribers on Twitch. Just y'all 20 plus people that's growing. Y'all been to the studio. Most people follow me because y'all came here and saw it in person, so you followed. Now, to the people that ain't follow yet, who also know what me and Rashawn do,
let us know.
Come smack me and him in the face.
How easy it is to go ahead and start.
Because we ain't making $200 a day passively.
Let us know in the chat.
Everything we selling got our face on it.
We just showed you how to have 6 figures without
gotta have
any ads,
secret shit going. And just in case I lose my job, I'm good.
They appreciate this.
I'm selling Ticos.
I don't think y'all really appreciate
you listening and you appreciate what we giving out. Let's get some fire emojis in the chat.
Let's get it. So now you can make 6 figures too, regardless of how old you are, right? Now, what's even better about this entire process, I don't think they're ready for this, right? What's even better about this is that for me, I love testing stuff before I teach y'all because we care as educators to test our stuff, right? So using these same exact secrets and information and strategies, I ended up duplicating these same exact results with my clothing brand. And as you guys can see, we did over $65,000 in just the first 4 months of the year using the same exact strategy that you just got.
He did this.
And the crazy part is my phone was going absolutely ballistic. And I know you know what it's like. Oh my God. So again,
I can't pause it, but
the same information that
he went to Shopify
and
gave Shopify and them
free. And now you also know how to find the product and how to get the manufacturers to come to you. All right. So now, guys, this just goes to show you're only one idea, one side hustle, and one product away from completely changing everything. Making your first 6 figures doesn't seem so complicated now, does it? Let us know in the chat.
Let us know. Let us know in the chat how y'all feeling so far.
Let us know in the chat because
how everybody feeling so far.
We just showed you how to make 6 figures. Now, it doesn't seem that complicated though, right? But again, you have to be an action taker. The same way you promised us in the beginning of this class, you gotta be an action taker now. And it's time for you to take the risk. Not at all, right? Exactly. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, Tez, Shaq, look, y'all have done it. Y'all obviously know what y'all doing, but can I do it? Me, the person that's at home watching this from wherever you're watching it at, all right? Now, I want to introduce you guys to one of my students. Her name is Jasmine. She thought the same exact thing before she got started.
She bad. She can sell anything.
So Jasmine had the same concerns just like you. So her first concern was, can I do this while I'm in school?
Be smart.
Right? The second concern was, can I make this work with little money? And then the last concern was, can I still be successful with no experience? And these are all the things that you're probably thinking right now. So Jasmine actually tried it out herself, and she made her first brand called Payway. And when y'all see her brand, oh my God. So after a few months of creating her brand, she was able to make over $4,200 in 1 week while being in school and working a job. And again, we love showing y'all receipts. So here's a receipt right here, right? Now, even though she's seen a little success, she still wanted more help to get even farther, right? So she ended up enrolling into my program, and just 6 months later, she ended up tagging me on this on Instagram. Now, before I actually show you the post, look at what she's able to create, yo. Like, we are literally helping people create any type of brand.
Anything. It don't matter what it is. We help you make it.
So look, she started with shoes, and her brand was called Payway. And let me tell you guys, she posted this on Instagram, and she said, I've touched 6 figures before the age of 21. I'm beyond blessed. Shout out to the real Tez for teaching people how to grow in entrepreneurship. It's insane because she was able to do this before she turned 21. Now, what I'm hoping is I hope we can actually get the video of Jasmine talking right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up these other slides real quick, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to exactly what Jasmine had to say after taking the same information that you guys are getting right now and actually applying it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you guys right now, and it should start working for us right now. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and hear what Jasmine had to say about the information that she got and how she made her first 6 figures. Did y'all hear that? She made 6 figures in her first year. 6 figures in her very first year, y'all. Oh my God, y'all can't hear? Y'all can't
Y'all
hear?
can't hear?
Hold on. We're gonna try one more time. Before. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it to work now. So hopefully y'all were able to hear it that time. Let us know in the chat if you guys were able to hear it. If not, we're gonna have to move forward because we can't stop the class right now. Let's see if we can try it this way then, just to see if it works. Let's go ahead.
Jasmine here. We haven't gotten Tez's courses yet. You really.
So y'all, the class is going too crazy. Y'all can't even see the videos. We having technical difficulties. We're not gonna slow up. We're not gonna take too much of y'all time. But at the end of the day, oh, y'all heard it? We can hear it? Oh, perfect. Oh, they heard it. Perfect. Okay. My bad, y'all. We had to turn the mic around to make sure that y'all can hear it. But look, y'all heard from Jasmine herself personally. She made over 6 figures in the very first year of business. And again, that's all from the program that she took. All right, that worked. We could hear it. Perfect. Yeah, we apologize, guys. When you got 5,000 people in one room, you're bound to have issues, right? Yeah. Now, isn't that crazy? Like, that's crazy. She made 6 figures in her first year. Now, can't you see yourself using these same exact secrets to actually utilize and actually make more money than your 9 to 5 right now? All right, let us know in the chat right now if you guys can see yourselves using the same exact techniques that we just showed you guys to make over 6 figures right now. Let's go ahead and show it.
Hey, y'all see how I dropped my website in there? Because he needs somebody to help him with his stream. Like, y'all hear me perfectly on my stream. He needs some help.
With the mute.
and we got the face.
Perfect.
Look at that.
All right, so real quick, we want to explain this to you guys. All right, the system is duplicatable, regardless of where you live, regardless of your current experiences, and regardless of your current financial state. Guys, you can get into this space. There's literally no reason you can't start your clothing brand or start whatever type of brand that you're trying to get started in. All right. Now, with that being said, this is the honest to God truth. As long as you're selling a product to humans and not dogs or cats, then you can make money online too. And the second big thing is this can easily be done on the side of your job, and even if you have kids as well. All right. Now it's time to get into secret number 2. We already saw y'all. We found a winning product. We showed y'all how to find manufacturers, but let's go ahead and get into secret number 2 on how to build a profitable Shopify store that can make over $100,000 online with no experience or college degree. All right. Now, why is secret number 2 important, right? Number 1, having an optimized website and clean website is the difference between making $2,000 a month and $10,000 a month. All right. And then the second big reason this is important is because with a website, you can now make money at 24/7, regardless of if you're asleep, at home, out of town, or out sick. Like, how many times have you woken up to money?
Every day.
Every single day.
Every day.
And this is the best part about being online and being in e-commerce. All right. So real quick, if y'all are ready for us to get into secret number 2, drop some yeses in the chat.
Let's get it going.
Let's get it. Drop some yeses in the chat right now if y'all are ready for us to get into secret number 2, where we about to get started in Shopify. Yo, let's get it. So let's go ahead and talk about how I built my very first website from my phone because I couldn't afford a laptop. All right. Now, guys, I started off in this space just broke, right? Like, although I had a kid at 18, I was determined to make a way for my daughter. So if you guys look at this picture, again, you guys can see on the top right corner of this picture, I was sleeping on the floor with my daughter, but I still had to make a way, right? So what I started doing is I started looking up Shopify videos on YouTube, and I started learning how to build a website, and I started watching all of these different videos on how to build a profitable Shopify store, and I found some, right? So as I started building my very first website, it was absolutely trash. Like, let me be honest, like your first website wasn't the best, was it?
It was horrible.
But we were still able to make money. So you don't have to be a perfectionist. You don't have to be a coder or any of that stuff. We're about to show you to you right now. All right. Now, later on, after I started my brand and I started, my other brand, I started stumbling upon some information that could have made building my first website easier and convert a lot better. Like, don't you think they need to know how to build a Shopify store?
They need it.
They need it. All right. So is it okay with y'all if we go ahead and share these tools with you that we wish we would have had when we first started?
Let's get some yeses in the chat, man. Let's live this shut up song.
Let's get it, y'all.
Let's live this shut up song.
Hey, drop a yes in the chat if you guys are ready for secret number 2 for the tools on how you guys can get into this space with no coding experience, no college degree, none of that wonky stonky stuff. All right. Yes. Perfect. So why Shopify in the first place? Bro, don't we get paid out every day from Shopify?
Every day.
Every single day we get paid out from Shopify, which is a big reason why I personally love it. But on top of that, we're able to list however many products that we want on Shopify without them taking it down. And they keep track of our inventory, and they have app stores and all of these different things. So would you recommend any of them to go to any other platform but Shopify?
No, you got to use Shopify only.
Only use Shopify, y'all. All right, only use Shopify. Now, the second big thing about this is we prefer Shopify over Amazon because a lot of you guys want to get into this space. And the best way to do it is by getting into Shopify because it's a lot easier for you guys to budget. Instead of starting an Amazon professional plan and doing all of these extra stuff, look, you can immediately start a brand and own all of the data. So all the phone numbers, the text messages, the emails, you can own all of that data and create your own community and tribe. Now, I don't know if are y'all ready for the real sauce, yo? Like, this is the real sauce right here.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready to look at the solution that you've been waiting for on how to build your very first Shopify website? So this is called Pagefly Landing Page Builder. Did you know about this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Right. So Pagefly Landing Page Builder, y'all. We about to show y'all how to build a website with no coding. Zero. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen over on one of my brands that has not released yet. So if you guys can see our screen, drop a yes in the chat right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to apps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Pagefly Landing Page Builder. You guys can download the same exact app on Shopify, right? Now, when we bring this app up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch screens to make sure that we can show you guys the correct screen. So here's the dashboard. Now, check this out. Bro, they can literally build a website in less than an hour. Yeah. Like Black Friday, Cyber Monday is right around the corner. So if you're trying to start making money ASAP, pay attention, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Pages, and what we're going to do is go to Home Pages, right? This is just a regular default if you want to get started ASAP, right? Now, what we're going to do is go over to Create from a Template, and once we click on that, there's going to be a bunch of different templates that you guys can choose. So majority of these people here are clothing brands, right? So let's just say you wanted to start a clothing brand and you needed a website ASAP so you could take advantage of Black Friday, right? So what we're going to do is click on Square, right? And we're going to click Select Template. Now, when we click on Select Template, it actually brings up the entire website for us. So guess what? No coding was needed. None of that stuff was needed. And this was free. We can literally come in here and start building our own website. We can put words here. If we wanted to move this down, we can move it down over here. If we wanted to change these words or change the buttons, we can literally change the colors and everything with no coding experience. So if we wanted this to say something completely different, we can literally come over here and say, look, instead of saying discover now, we can literally delete this out.
Shop now.
And put shop now. And now you can build your website in lightning speed. Like there's no reason that your brand shouldn't be up and running before Black Friday. And again, all of this information in here, guys, is again things that you can utilize.
Do all that from scratch.
This is called Pagefly Landing Page Builder. You guys can come in here, change the words. And on top of that, if you wanted to change the images as well, you can literally exit out, click this, and upload the image directly from your computer. So those days of coding and needing all of that extra stuff or paying a person thousands and thousands of dollars to build your first website, long gone. Gone. So now you guys know exactly how to build your very first Shopify website with ease, with absolute ease. What's the site called? It's called Pagefly Landing Page Builder. This is a Shopify app that you guys can utilize. All right, there it is right there. Make sure you guys screenshot it, take notes. Look, it's going crazy. So if you didn't know that, if that was valuable,
let's get some fire emojis in the chat.
Let's go. Drop that in the chat right now.
Like stop playing like we're not really giving y'all game right now.
Let's get it.
Like this is real game right here. You're not going to find this nowhere else. Okay, especially for free.
It's free.
Especially for free.
It's free.
We didn't even get this for free.
Somebody said, how much is Pagefly Landing Page Builder? It's free.
Free.
So drop it in the chat right now if y'all learning right now.
Free plan available, but that don't mean it's free.
Quiz y'all. So real quick, did that all make sense to y'all? Like, did all of that make sense? Let us know in the chat if all of that made sense, what we just showed you, and how you can build a website in lightning speed. All right. Now, on top of that, can't you see exactly how quickly you can get started with little to no experience? Like you don't even have to know how to build a website to just go in there and change some words and images, right?
No experience.
Now, on top of that, don't you think this will save you some time and money? Like, bro, if you would have started with that, it would have saved you time and money, right?
It'll save me so much time and thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars, because all of the times we did drops and things went down and stuff like that. Look, now you know exactly how to start in this space. So don't y'all think y'all gonna save some money using this and save some time? Let us know in the chat right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. So even if you have zero coding experience or a college degree, you can still build a profitable Shopify store. All right. Now, to build a great Shopify brand, just look at what other successful Shopify brands are doing and copy them. All right. Now, Shaq, I really don't know if they're ready for this one.
Okay, so if y'all don't get this information on this next slide,
oh my God. Let's just go ahead and show them, right?
Come on with it.
So let's talk about it, right? Are y'all ready for the sauce though? Let us know.
Y'all not listening, bro.
They not paying attention to the real information.
If you really get in this game, bro, let's get some fire emojis. If you really taking this game in, because this next one finna blow y'all.
Oh my God.
It's finna blow y'all, because it blew me. Let's go.
All right, so let's get into the sauce, right? So how to spy on your competition. Look, most people didn't even know Fashion Nova is on Shopify, right? Yep. So this website called Reputin.com will allow us to literally spy on our competition. And what we're going to do is show you exactly how to use it so you can spy on our websites if you wanted to, right? So let's show you guys right now. If you guys can see our screen, drop a yes in the chat right now, all right? So this is Reputin.com. You don't want to forget this, all right? So write this down. So when you come over to Reputin.com, when you type it in Google, we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, right? Now, when we click Shopify Spy, it's going to bring up a website URL that we can type in. So let's just say Fashion Nova, right? A lot of y'all didn't even know Fashion Nova was on Shopify, right? So let's say we typed in fashionnova.com and we click detect, right? Now, what this is doing is pulling up everything about Fashion Nova that we didn't know. So Shopify theme, basically a template that they're used for their Shopify, is coded. So whenever it says nothing found, that means that it's coded. But other than that, don't you think if we pulled the same apps from Fashion Nova that they're using, that it would work for us?
Yep.
So you guys can literally see right now, not only features and benefits, but you can also get 3 benefits of why you should be using this app. On top of that, the price, the rating, and when it was created. And you can see all the other apps that they're using as well. Now, let's just say we wanted to look at another one where they show the actual Shopify theme, all right? Let's just say soulboy.com. Now, I love Soulboy. They're top 10
Why
brand.
you won't show us yours, gang?
But if we wanted to spy on that competition, let's just be real. We want to see what they're using. So Palo Alto is the Shopify theme that they're using. So you can literally go to Shopify themes.
They're not ready.
They're not ready. They're not ready. So
on,
you go to Shopify themes and download Palo Alto, and you have the same template that they use for their website. On top of that, all of the apps that they're using. Bro, this game changing. Because you can literally spy on your competition, pull exactly what they're doing to utilize for your own brand, and literally start seeing success immediately. Somebody said, what's the name of that website? That website is called Reputin.com. There it is right there. So real quick, are we dropping sauce on some real stuff? Is this worth it? Is this worth your time right now?
Bro, come on now. Let us know.
Let us know in the chat.
Let us know what y'all think.
Come on now, Reputin.com. This is exactly how you can spy on your competition. Yo, drop it in the chat right now, bro. Drop it in the chat. We just need to see the chat go crazy, all right? So again, we're going to reiterate it. Go ahead. I'm going to let you say this.
So listen, you don't need no experience. I started with no experience, no college degree, no nothing. You don't need nothing. All you have to do is simply listen to what he's telling y'all to build your Shopify store to the best ability possible.
Oh God,
let's go.
So let's get it. So
let's go.
I want to show you guys my student Jawan, right? This is my student Jawan, and Jawan started just like a lot of y'all, right? And he's I want y'all to pay attention to the dates, okay? November 1st to November 30th, 2020, he made $789 that whole month, over 30 days, right? Now, the crazy part is a few months later, this is just 4 months. Yo, this is in March 1st to March 31st, right? He made over $38,000 in just 30 days. Bro.
That's 4 months, bro.
That's 4 months.
That's 4 months.
He made $38,000 in just 1 month, 4 months later after he made $720 just from enrolling into one program. But that's not even the best part though. You see, that same brand a couple months later ended up doing over $354,000. And the crazy part is he was able to quit his job. This is his full-time business that pays for everything, him and his family. And the dope part is he started just like you. So whatever mental barrier is holding you back from getting into this space, I need you guys to understand that you can jump into this. Yo, if you're an action taker, drop it in the chat right now. If you're going to be successful, drop it in the chat right now. If you plan on utilizing this information to make your first 6 figures, drop it in the chat right now. Let's get it. Drop it in the chat. Let's go.
We told y'all we had game.
fuck? Bruh! Bitch ass nigga. Man, I be glad when these niggas is not around me, bro. What the fuck?
Is important is this is the easiest and most cost-effective way to get into this space, regardless of what type of product you're trying to sell. All right. So go ahead and let us know in the chat right now if you guys are ready. If you guys are ready, look, let them know, bro. Let them know.
Man, let's get this chat lit, bro. I need some fire emojis. I need a bunch of yes. I need everything. Whatever you type on your keyboard, send it. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm telling y'all, we
motherfucking music all loud.
Saving the best blast, and I promise you, the speaker that we have, y'all.
I'm gonna be tuned in.
I'm gonna be tuned in.
I'm gonna be tuned in.
So let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's
so
go.
Using these secrets, we were able to solve one of the biggest issues in e-commerce, which is getting people to buy. Like, how many of y'all are any of y'all dealing with traffic problems? Like, you can't get people to your website, or people just aren't buying. Like, we're gonna give you a secret to help you with that, because I'm pretty sure both of us would have needed that when we first started out.
I would have definitely needed that.
So let us know right now if you're having traffic problems, or you having trouble with getting people to buy. If you already have a business that's up and running, let us know in the chat right now. Now, as you guys can see, we have tons of orders going out every single day with our brands, right? Now, although I started learning how to make good ads and spending money on ads, I found out that if I was able to have other people make my content or make my ads, then it would make my job 10 times easier. Because look, we already went viral multiple times, and you've been viral.
I can't even count how many times.
Countless times, right?
I can't even count.
So the information that we're about to give you, I promise you want to take note of this, all right? Now, as I started figuring out new things, the more that I started running ads, I asked myself a question, right? What if I can get the same results running ads, but using other people in the ad? Like, what if we could just save our time, right? But get the same amount of results, same amount of traffic, and make the same amount of money all in one, just from somebody else making content for us. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about it right now. How many of you guys, again, drop it in the chat, are having issues finding models for your brand? Like, I know a lot of y'all don't have, like, they probably don't have friends that'll support them and do the modeling.
Nobody supporting.
You probably don't
you're not creative. You can't push the content. You don't really know how to make videos like that. You know, you're not really the camera type of person.
So look, this is why we have a solution for you right here. All right. So that's when we stumbled across BRoll.io. Now this one, oh my God, bro.
I didn't know about it till you told me about it.
Oh my God. When I tell y'all, you know what? Let me just share the screen with y'all right now and show y'all BRoll.io. All right. BRoll.io. So grow your business with user-generated content. Now, real quick, if you guys can see our screen, drop a yes in the chat right now if you can see our screen. Now, what we're going to show you is the thing that you needed this whole entire time, which is a solution to getting content made. So find creators and receive professionally edited videos to drop into your ads, posts, or emails. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the type of stuff that BRoll can do. So TikTok, reviews, app demos, and apparel trial. So let's just say you don't want to make the content yourself. You don't want to go find the models. Let's see what BRoll is capable of doing with the creators that they have on their platform.
Why they can't do both audios? Like, that's weird. Your stream is weird, bro.
So you can get content made literally just like that, right? Like, you can get content made literally just like the post that you guys just seen just now. And the dope thing about it, let's go over how it works, right? So they have templates. So if you have no idea how you want the video to be made, look, there's 100+ templates that they can choose from and how the content will be made. And you will literally have an option to put all of your benefits, so that way they can spot out all the different benefits in the video, right? Now, on top of that, they have over 5,000 different creators. So you can choose people up to their age and gender. You can choose them and filter them based off their interests and even location, right? Now, on top of this, they even have an app. So the people who are going to get your content, right? Now, at this point, they're literally just signing up for B-roll. You send one creator your item, like a shirt or a jogging suit or a hoodie. They make content for it within the app. And then the craziest part, I've never heard of no platform doing this. They will literally edit the content for you. They'll add subtitles, they'll add captions, they'll add overlays and compilations. They'll edit everything. So at this point, you've literally done absolutely nothing, right? You've done absolutely nothing this entire time but send it over to somebody else, right? And then you can literally use that content to run as an ad or have a creator utilize that platform as well, or that content as well. Now, the dope thing about B-roll is that their video velocity, which is how fast the turnaround time is around 7 days, all right? Now, the cost efficiency, the average creator bid is around $50 to $100. Quality control, they're learning from the best of the best and they're utilizing the best creators out there, all right? Then authenticity, videos made by everyday people, and it's absolutely free to start with. So guys, this website is called BEEROLL.io, B-roll.io. Shout out to that platform. This is the thing that you needed to solve your content problems. I promise you, now you can get the content you need right now. All right. Now we have our special speaker in here right now, but before we bring him on, y'all, I promise y'all this speaker right here, life-changing information. So before we bring him on here to let him talk, guys, we're going to finish up our portion before we bring him in. All right, let's get it. So now that we were able to utilize BRoll.io, you guys can see that after utilizing this platform and trying it out for ourselves, we were able to do 22,000 likes on one post and over 12,000 likes on another post from a completely different brand using user-generated content, right? Now, the crazy part about it is that when you use user-generated content, your brand is seen as more authentic. So when we utilize this platform, we use user-generated content, and in just 72 hours, we were able to have a $40,000 weekend using the same exact information that we just gave to you right now. And again, B-roll is free, right? So you guys can utilize the same exact information, right? Now, even if you can't make the content yourself for your brand, you can still see success, all right? So at first, when I first tried this out, I never knew why user-generated content worked. And then I ended up looking it up one day, and as you guys can see,
I didn't know that my screen wasn't fucking showing.
Engagement is directly related to conversions, which just basically means that if more people like and comment and share your post, the more conversions it can lead to, all right? Now, on top of that, the reason why people love user-generated content is because it maximizes your brand reach. It puts your customers and employees first, which humanizes your brand. People trust real people. So they're tired of seeing your face as the CEO, as the model, right? And then also, this is the most cost-effective way for you to get content made without you. Literally, it was $50 to $100 to get one person to make content with your stuff. So now you don't have to do it yourself, and you use that content to run ads, right? Now, aren't y'all excited to use B-roll? Like, user-generated content is going to completely change everything within your business. Aren't you guys ready to utilize it? Aren't y'all excited to start using that platform and see all the different things that they'll be able to utilize and create for your brand, right? Our second question is, now that you don't have to make your content, do you feel a little bit more confident in scaling your business? Like, think about it. If you don't have to be the face of the brand no more, don't you feel just a little, I would be a little bit more confident.
That's a little bit more relaxed on your behalf.
Exactly. And then the last thing, can't you see a six-figure salary that's right around the corner from you? Like, literally, you got your content needs, your manufacturer needs, the website needs, and there's a couple other things that y'all need, but I promise y'all don't want to miss out on our speaker that's going to be here in literally 10 minutes after we got this finished our portion of the presentation. All right. Now, real quick, I want to show you guys one of my students, Blake. Blake was able to make over $60,000 in profit utilizing the same exact information from the scenario method, which is a method that I created for Facebook ads to help new business owners start seeing results from the traffic that they drive, right? So let's go ahead and hear from Blake right now. If you guys can hear it, drop a yes in the chat right now. So he made $60,000 in profit utilizing the same exact thing. Can't hear it? Oh, they can't hear it. Hold on. Let's try one more time, y'all. Let's see if we can utilize
Y'all want to send a big shout out to my
So, guys, we apologize again. Technical difficulties when you guys have a full room of people. Again, you're bound to have different issues, so we just gonna work around it. But if you guys didn't get a chance to hear the video, he was able to profit over $60,000. Again, it froze, it paused. Okay, no problem, y'all. So again, when you have a classroom over 4,500 people, again, you're bound to have technical difficulties. All right. So again, only in the video, he was just basically saying he made $60,000 in profit in just 30 days. So you guys don't worry about it. Just listen to everything we had to say. All right. Now, so far, I really don't know what they heard about ecom. Like, I don't know about what y'all heard about clothing brands or none of that stuff. But after going over everything that we went over today, guys, we talked about the biggest reasons you should be in e-commerce and the projected growth of e-commerce over the next 4 years. So y'all know that it's low barrier cost to get in, right? Your websites are open 24/7. You have fast checkouts, and we can make money at anywhere at any time. All right. Now, this is the biggest reasons that y'all should be getting into this space. All right. Now, on top of this, we also talked about the best ways to find high-level manufacturers that can create the best quality products for your brand with the fastest shipping times possible. All right. We also talked about the biggest reasons you should be using Shopify over all other platforms. So we talked about how easy it is to use. We showed y'all the app store. We showed y'all that it's super mobile friendly. They have super fast customer service, especially around this time of holidays. And then the security and tools that they have, top notch, right? We also showed you guys Putin and how to actually spy on your competition to see exactly what themes and templates they're using on their website and exactly what apps that they're using as well. And then on top of that, man, everybody's struggling with content right now, right?
B-roll is the goat.
B-roll, bro. If I didn't come up against that, I would have probably missed out on a $40,000 weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys got a chance to hear about B-roll as well. That's going to fulfill your content needs as well. Now, here's the most important takeaways.
Okay, so number one, you need to focus on building an online brand. It will allow you to have a business long-term. Money you can make in your sleep. You cannot beat that at all. Number two, once you build your brand, you can not only own all the data from the customers, but build a true relationship and community. So that means you will have direct contact to every customer that ever shop with you. That's basically what they're telling you. And regardless of how much money you have, your current expenses and your education level, you can literally start this right now, today, tomorrow, regardless of who you got, regardless of kids, wife, husband, work, 2-hour jobs, 12-hour jobs. It don't matter. You can start today.
Literally. And there's nothing holding you back. All right. Now, we want to say thank you to e-commerce and both of our brands because it's been able to provide us with a lifestyle that we could only dream and imagine, right? So both of us, we have safe vehicles. They're nice vehicles, right? But at the end of the day, we wouldn't have been able to drive type cars like this or even have the type of, stuff that we have right now without our businesses. So we want to say thank you to e-commerce and both of our brands. All right. We want to say thank you to e-commerce for helping us move out of our hometown. So you just moved from Alabama, and I just moved from Cleveland, Ohio. And the crazy part about all of this is that he's literally, I hope y'all see this picture. He's too famous for me, but where you at? Where was you at in this picture?
There was the Memphis and Warriors playoff game last year?
Man, floor seats, floor seats. So we want to say thank you to e-commerce for what it's been able to do for us. All right. Now, before we get into our guest speaker and before we get into our $1,000 giveaway, we just have a couple questions for y'all that are in here right now. All right. So our first question is, was our time together thus far enjoyable and informative for you? Was our time together thus far?
Let's get some yeses in the chat.
Was our time together thus far enjoyable and informative for you? Like, they could have been anywhere. They could have been watching Netflix.
It's day before Thanksgiving. You can be in the kitchen.
Right, you could be in the kitchen. They probably are in the kitchen right now.
They're probably in the kitchen listening. You can be somewhere else.
So if this is true, yes in the chat.
Let's do it.
Now, our second question is, have you also found it valuable? Like, I don't know too many places where you can have a giveaway, guest speakers, and then hear from two people who have made almost over 7 figures collectively 7 figures in the last 2 years just from online brands, right? So have you also found it valuable? Whoo, look at the chat. Now, our next question is this, right? Even if you just use a tiny fraction of what we showed you today, would you say your time here was well spent?
Let's keep those yeses going.
Right?
Keep the yes going.
Even if you just use a tiny fraction of what we showed you today, don't you guys think your time here was well spent? Like, that's a question I genuinely want to know. This is our first time doing a class together, so we apologize for technical issues and all of those different things, but we wanted to make sure we over-deliver for y'all. Now, our next question was this worth the $15,000 investment for our one-on-one consultation? Like, just think about it, right?
Yep.
We just showed y'all how to find a six-figure product, how to find the supplier for it, how to get manufacturers to be reaching out to you, right? How to start your Shopify store and how to build it with no coding experience or any of that. We showed you how to get the content made, and we even showed you how to spy on brands like Fashion Nova and other huge brands that are out there that are literally making millions of dollars, and we can literally see exactly what they're working with, right? So was this class worth that investment? Let us know in the chat.
Yes, it's going crazy.
Let's go.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Y'all been active all night. Shout out to the chat, man.
Now, would you like to spend even more time with me and Shaq, going even farther in depth and unlayering every single secret in the e-commerce game? Now, our hopes is to help significantly decrease the time it takes for you to start seeing success with this. Now, if you guys are open to spending a little bit more time with me and Shaq, go ahead and drop a yes in the chat right now if you guys want to spend more time with us, because at the end of the day, honestly, we only showed them the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. Like, there's so much more stuff that comes to this. So much. Right? So let us know if you want to spend even more time with me and Shaq. Now, guys, don't forget we have a guest speaker. Make sure you guys stay locked in and make sure you guys keep the chat flowing.
Trust me, you do not want to meet this speaker. Miss this speaker.
We don't want to.
You do not want to miss this speaker. I don't want y'all to miss this speaker.
All right. So if your answer was yes to any of these questions, then it's time to take action. All right. Now you have the tools that you need and the information and resources to successfully get into the e-commerce industry. All right. Regardless of what products you start with, regardless of how much money you have right now and your education level. Now, for everybody that came into this class, look, y'all, this was our first time capping out with 5,000 people. We have over 4,300 people in here. And me and Shaq came up with the idea to give you guys an opportunity in this class, right? But before we get into this opportunity, there's something that we need you guys to know, okay? And it's this. So me and Shaq had two different options before we came into this class. Our very first option was to just give them a free class, and we pray to God that you create some good habits and actually utilize this information, right? And our second option was to create an opportunity for a limited amount of people inside of this class that will be able to help significantly decrease the amount of time it takes for you to see success, but also have us literally hold your hand throughout the entire process. However, here's the thing. I understand that there's two types of people in here, right? There's over 4,200 people in this class right now. And there's two types of y'all in here, right? Person number one, you tend to have a little bit more time than money, right? So at the end of the day, if I'm just being honest, if you can't take advantage of this opportunity, then at the end of the day, you still have the free game that we gave you and you can still utilize it. And although it took us 2 years to start this and really find success, there's nothing holding you back from seeing success as well. However, there's a second type of person inside of this class. And person number two cares about their time, and they have a little bit more money than they do time. And for that person, look, spending that time and that money, wasting it on trying to do it yourself is just not the best option. You want to quickly start your clothing brand. You want to quickly see results, and you want to be trained and coached by people who have actually done it multiple times. Now, real quick, again, if you don't want to hear about this opportunity, feel free to leave the class right now. We are perfectly fine with that. Yep. But if you would categorize yourself as person number two, or you at least want to hear about this opportunity, go ahead and let us know in the chat right now, because we're at your mercy. We won't present this to you unless you guys want us to. All right.
Let's get the yes in the chat.
Now, this is something I 100% believe will be able to expedite your journey in this space in making money with your clothing brand, with your e-commerce brand. Doesn't matter what type of product you're trying to sell, right? But at the end of the day, I am confident, and Shaq is also confident in our ability to deliver the results that you guys want if you take action on the information that we give you today. All right, let us know in the chat if you guys want to hear it. If you don't, again, feel free to leave. This is that 10 minutes that we need from you guys. So if you guys can go ahead and give us 10 minutes of your time to let us share with you this opportunity that is extremely limited, we'll go ahead and do it right now. All right. Oh, they want it. They want it.
They want it. They want it, man.
All right, dope. So next 10 minutes, just listen. All right. So this is without further ado, we would like to present to all of you. So You Want to Build a Brand, the Shaq Edition. This is the #1 clothing brand course in the entire world, and is the most comprehensive course that you can possibly ask for. Now, here's the thing. This is a never before released collaboration course that we wanted to do before Black Friday and Cyber Monday to help prepare you to get the results that you want. All right. Now, this is an all-inclusive limited edition program that will give you the framework, the tools, and the information and guidance that you need to quickly build a 6 to 7 figure clothing brand that can help you leave your 9 to 5 or just get your time back. Or more importantly, actually see the results that you always wanted to see and that you've been hustling to see. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually open up the program itself and show you all of the different information that you guys are about to get inside of this right now. So as you guys can see, this is the entire program. This is over 90 modules that you guys are about to get. And trust me, you want to get into this before Black Friday because it's going to give you the perfect preparation that you need. Now, just to show you what type of quality that we're working with, because all of this was shot in 4K, let me go ahead and share with you guys how the video looks. So you guys can literally see exactly how high quality this information is about to be when you guys take advantage of it today. All right. Now, what we want to show you right now is the fact that this has been able to help multiple people leave their 9 to 5s. All right. Multiple people. So now you can have access to the same exact information that Jawan had, who utilized it to make over $354,000 in just 1 year of using this program. Right? You're going to get access to the same exact program that Sharif had, who made over $40,000 in just 1 month with his clothing brand, So Chosen, right? You're going to get access to the same exact program that Jasmine had, who made over $118,000 with her brand Paywit, right? And then on top of that, I want to actually let you guys listen. And actually, now that I think about it, it's not even going to let them listen to the videos. So what we're going to do is we're just going to skim through a couple different people who have actually made money using this program. Like my old basketball coach, Ron, he made over $100,000 with his brand, right? I have a student named London. He made over $15,000 at just 15 years old. Now, we're just going to show you the screenshots of the results since the videos aren't working. But in the hands of Jasmine, this program is worth $117,000, right? In the hands of another one of my students who made $101,000. That's what this program is. That's how much money he was able to make utilizing it. In the hands of another one of my students, he made almost $16,000 in 8 days.
That's crazy.
8 days is crazy, right? On top of this, in the hands of another one of my students, Malachi, he made over $30,000 in 14 days using the pre-order method, which we break down in depth inside of the program. Also, it's helping people worldwide sell out consistently. So it doesn't matter if you're in Canada, doesn't matter where you're at in the US, you can utilize this program to start seeing these type of results. Again, we have multiple people who are seeing results. Again, this person made almost $28,000 in just 1 month, all right? And on top of that, we got people who have no social media following, who have no start with inventory, make over $1,100 in just 72 hours using the pre-order method that we break down inside of the program. And even my mom is making money in this. Like, she's a full-time nurse, bro. Like, she utilizes this to help pay for excess bills, right? So car note, little normal groceries, or little knickknacks that she wants around the house. So the thing is we have over 4,000 people inside of this class right now, and we want you to be one of 50 people tonight to take advantage of this opportunity to join the #1 clothing brand program in the world. You're going to learn step-by-step how to start making more money than your 9 to 5 within the next 30 days. Now, we want to share with you how this is going to work. You're going to get instant access to this all-inclusive clothing brand program that has produced over $2 million in student results. And you guys have seen the receipts for yourself, right? Now, you have a lifetime access to both of these programs. So you can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it however many times you want. You can fast forward it, rewind it. You can do whatever you want. And you can access it now, next week, next month, whenever you want to. And here's the thing. Over the next 12 months, you will make more money than you have in the last 5 years utilizing this program. And as long as you take advantage of the opportunities that the information is going to give you, right? So me and Shaq sat down before this class and we were debating like, man, like what can we sell the program for? Because we know how much value is in it. We know how much free game that we already gave to them, but we know that they know nothing about ads yet. They know nothing about talking to the manufacturers. They want to know how to get free samples. They want to know all of those different things, and we have the information to give to them, right? So we collectively thought about a price that we could literally sell it to right now, which would still be an absolute steal, which is $4,500, right? However, we're not going to charge you that. Y'all sat in here for about 1 hour and 20. And don't forget, y'all, we have a guest speaker. So I promise you, once we get past this portion, you don't want to miss out on our guest speaker, all right? So we thought about charging $4,500, but again, you spent an hour and 20 minutes with us. So that's when we thought of a one-time only deal, since Black Friday is right around the corner, Cyber Monday, and y'all are literally needing this value and this information right now from two people who have been through Black Friday, what, once, twice, almost 3 times now, right? So a one-time only price of $34.97. Right now, this is still a steal because of all the information that we're able to give you guys and all the things that you're going to get. However, we're not even charging you that because you spent an hour with us, and because you're still here in this class, look, we can give you guys all access for only $14.97. Bro, $14.97 is
great.
Absolutely insane, because you got to think all the information that we learned from the last 3 years is going to be included inside of this program. However, we wanted to help even more people, right? So we know it's Black Friday. We know Cyber Monday coming up, right? So instead of giving it to you guys at $14.97, we're going to give you guys an early Black Friday enrollment price. Now, you will never see this offer ever again, ever. This is something that we only created one time for everybody before Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so you guys can get that brand started quickly and start seeing the results that you want to see. So for the next 50 people and 50 people only, because of all of the different stuff that we're going to give you, we can only take 50 spots. For all the 50 people who want to take advantage of this today, you're going to have a one-time payment of only $4.97 when you go to www.tezandshaq.com to actually take advantage of this opportunity. So the offer has just presented itself to you guys right now. Literally in the chat, we're going to also drop the link in there as well. So for those of you guys who are looking to take advantage of this opportunity, again, we can only take 50 people. All right, we can only take 50 people. The link is in the chat. However, that's not it though. Look, there's bonuses. So all the people, trust me, y'all, the information that we're about to give you in these bonuses is absolutely crazy. So everything you see from this slide moving forward is absolutely free when you guys secure your spot, and we only have 50 spots available, right? So bonus number 1, you're going to get the exclusive vendors list, right? And you're going to also, on top of that, get Shaq's manufacturer list. So you're going to have a list of over 60 manufacturers now that you can literally choose and use at any time. So they make stuff like jackets, the stuff that he has on, the stuff that I have on, puffer coats, shorts. They make literally everything. You get access to both of our manufacturers lists. So not only that, but they've even been able to make products just like this, right? So hoodies, shorts, shirts, puffer coats, high quality stuff. And on top of that, I'm throwing in my negotiating tactics as well. So when you are one of 50 people today to take advantage of this, you're going to get all of that included for absolutely free, right? So this one thing is going to be, here's the top 3 things that this is going to solve for you.
How much
guys,
it costs, y'all?
So number 1, it will allow you to use vetted manufacturers that me and you are both still using to this day. Number 2, this is going to relieve your stress of being scammed. So now we've already vetted these manufacturers for you before putting them on the list. Now you can get access to the same exact list for absolutely free in both of our lists, actually, right? And then also number 3, allow you to finally start the business you've been wanting to start. So if your only objective is to get a manufacturer so you can start, or if that's the only thing holding you back, literally right now, you can literally solve that right now by taking advantage, all right? So not only you're going to get both of our programs, right, you're going to also get both of our manufacturers list. Now, this is a total value of over $6,494 that you're getting access to for today and today only for only $497, all right? Now, we wanted to go above and beyond for this, right? So bonus number 2, you're going to get the ultimate designer pack, but you're also going to get Shaq's design.
Y'all, he got 5,000 people in here trying to sell something for $497. At least 100 of them gonna bite.
So these design.
My man's about to make $49,000.
Of different types of designs for your brand, regardless of what product you're starting with, right? Now, top 3 things that this will solve for you. Number 1, you're gonna get fire designs without knowing how to use Photoshop, all right? Number 2, you're going to be able to get started ASAP without spending an arm and a leg on designs. Okay. And then on top of that, you're going to use designers who are already thriving and helping other brands go viral. So now you get both of our designers lists, both of our programs, and both of our manufacturers lists, right? So not only are you going to get the program, you're going to get both of our manufacturers lists, both of our designer packs. This is a total value of $8,491, but that's not it though, right? Because we wanted to throw in more. Black Friday, Cyber Monday is literally 2 days away, right? So we thought to ourselves, what else could you possibly need, right? And we were talking about this earlier on Instagram Live. What about having mock-ups made, right? So we literally created a mock-up tech template. This is a total value of $1,500. So guess what? We're literally giving you the option or the availability or the opportunity to utilize this template where you guys can literally go in there and create mock-ups that you guys can actually start utilizing. Now, a lot of you are probably clicking the link. Again, utilize the best browser for you guys. Again, Google Chrome and Internet Explorer to go ahead and tap in, all right? So not only are you going to get the program, you're going to get the exclusive vendors list plus Shaq's list. You're going to get both of our designers list. You're going to get a mock-up tech template. And this is a total value of $9,988 when you guys go to www.tezandshaq.com, right? Now, for those of you who don't want to touch inventory, trust me, I understand. Let's say you want to start drop shipping, right? So bonus number 4, we're going to add a separate course. This is the A to Z drop shipping course, which is going to be your guide to making money without touching any inventory, right? Bro, so you're going to learn how to find winning products to sell, how to find suppliers with the fastest shipping times for your drop shipping business, how to find the best apps to increase your sales. And then on top of that, you're going to learn the strategies, the right strategies to build a successful drop shipping store. Since this is an entirely separate course, added on for absolutely free, this is a total value of over $2,000 that you're getting inside of this for free, but this is only for 50 people, right? Only for 50 people. But y'all remember the scenario method? You remember I told y'all my student Blake, he made over $60,000 using my Facebook ad strategy? Look, I wanted to throw that in for absolutely free because guess what? You need traffic and you need to learn how to get your traffic to buy. So I'm throwing in the entire A to Z Facebook ads course that Blake used to make over $60,000 in profit in just 30 days. And you're getting this for absolutely free, but as long as you're one of the first 50 people to take advantage of the opportunity, right? So what this bonus program will solve for you, number 1, your fear of losing money with advertising, right? Number 2 is going to solve your anxiety when it comes to getting traffic to buy, because we talk about solutions to that inside of this one bonus right here. And then number 3, it's also going to solve your stress of trying to find the right ads method. All right. So amongst all the other things, the program, both of our manufacturers list, both of our designers list, a mock-up tech template, an A to Z drop shipping course, the scenario method, which is a Facebook ads course, this is a total value of $13,982. And these bonuses are absolutely free when you're one of 50 people to secure your spot today, right? Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to set a timer, okay? So what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to have Shaq go ahead and set a timer. So these are our fast action bonuses. These are only available to everybody who have already secured their spot or about to secure their spot within the next 10 minutes. And after we get into the fast action bonuses, we're going to bring on our guest speaker into the class. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set a timer. 1 second, guys. We're starting that timer right now. So Shaq, go ahead. Timer. Boom. So go ahead and open up the clock app. There you go. Hold on, y'all. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to start a timer right now, right? So I have it started on my phone right here. So the next 10 minutes are things that you guys are about to get literally right now, okay? So fast action bonus number 1, you're gonna get a 1-hour group coaching call with Shaq and I personally. Now there's literally no price tag that we can put on this because at the end of the day, both of our time is valuable, right? So you're gonna get a group coaching call with me and Shaq, and you know what? Only for the people that are in here, since Black Friday and Cyber Monday are right around the corner, we're gonna throw in an extra hour. And again, an extra hour on a group coaching call with me and Shaq personally. Again, this is absolutely priceless. So you're gonna be able to come into a Zoom class for 120 minutes instead of 60
minutes. What do that nigga Shaq do? He don't do nothing.
Shaq give you guys answers to all the questions that you need. But on top of that, you're going to be able to collab with a bunch of other people that are in there and hear answers to their questions. And then on top of that, you're going to be able to find solutions to problems that you haven't dealt with just yet, right? So now, not only are you going to get all of the program, both of our manufacturers list, both of our designers list, the tech template, the A to Z dropshipping course, a Facebook ads program, you're going to also get 120 minutes with me and Shaq personally to help you with your business and your business questions. Again, go to www.tezandshaq.com to make sure you guys secure your spot. Now, fast action bonus number 2, you're going to get free access into the #1 clothing brand Discord server in the world. This is a total value of $1,500 a year. You guys are going to get 30 days for absolutely free. So once you guys come into that class or come into the Discord, we have classes every single day of the week, not only on clothing brands, but e-commerce and also stocks trading, sports betting, and even business mindset stuff that you absolutely need when starting your brand, right? Now, on top of that, what if they have questions? What if they have inquiries? Or what if you guys need some assistance or you just need feedback? Well, guess what? When you jump inside of the program today, you're going to get 30 days for free in here. But you're going to also have access to me and Shaq inside of this program.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, yo. You're going to have access to me and Shaq inside of this Discord server to answer your questions, give you guidance, and also give you guys daily tips inside of this Discord server. Now, guys, you're going to get all of this stuff. All of these bonuses that you see are absolutely free, but only if you take advantage within the next 8 minutes. Again, the link is in the chat right now. All right. Now, on top of this, we wanted to leave the best for last, right? So bonus number 3 is a free step-by-step design class, right? So for everybody who was questioning Shaq about how he creates his designs and all of those different things, look, me and Shaq are going to team up, come into a separate Zoom call than the Q&A, and literally design a design right in front of you and show you exactly how we came up with the ideas and exactly how you guys can do it as well. Now, this is valuable and priceless because, Shaq, you've never done this before, right?
The first time ever.
Never done this ever before, right? So this is a total value of over $15,479, and all of these bonuses are free when you take advantage today for only $497. Again, the link is in the chat. Now, before we bring our guest speaker on, we want to let you guys know that there's a 100% 30-day money back guarantee. So guess what? If you don't like this program, if you don't like what me and Shaq put together for you guys that is extremely limited for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, let me let you guys know this. You can email my team, and if you don't like it, no questions, no concerns, we're going to literally email you back and give you 100% of your money back. That's how confident we are in this program and in these bonuses that it will help you get the results that you're looking for. All right. So make sure you guys go to www.tezandshaq.com. Now, we wanted to leave the absolute best for last. So what happened is now we came up with the idea to do something special, okay? Yep. Now, again, we're never doing this ever again. And at the end of the day, this is only to the people who actually take advantage today. So everyone who invests into the program today will be entered into a raffle for dramatic pause. Give me the drum line, please. Drum, right? So everybody who takes advantage of this opportunity today and jumps inside the program will win a chance and get a chance at winning a 24 hours with myself and Shaq. So literally, this is how it's going to go. Me and Shaq are literally going to fly you to Atlanta, Georgia. Me and him are going to literally sit down and help you come up with design ideas. We're going to help you come up with help you connect you with manufacturers, business ideas, all of those different things, right? We're going to sit down with you and help you with all of it. So your business is ready to go within that 24 hours before you leave. And then on top of that, we're literally going to take you out to dinner, pick your mind, allow you to build a relationship with us, and allow us to actually listen more about what you actually want to do with your business and where you see it in the next few years. And this is something that we didn't plan on doing, but now we're going to do it just for y'all. And this is only for the 50 people who take advantage when you go to www.tezandshaq.com. All right. Now, again, we had 2 choices before we came into this class, right? Our first option was to go as cheap as possible and literally try to sell everybody. But that really wouldn't incentivize us to actually stack all this value, right? But then our second option will require a little bit of a higher investment from y'all. But in exchange, we could devote more of our resources to help guarantee your success. And this is why we created this program. And this is exactly for the people who are trying to get into this space. And look, if you're trying to make money before Black Friday, before Cyber Monday, you need to jump on this right now. So again, go to www.tezandshaq.com or click the link in the bio or in the chat that is right now. All right. Now, if all this program did was help you leave your 9 to 5 and give you your time back, would it be worth $15,479? Because at the end of the day, this is the amount of value that you're getting for only $497, right? So let us know in the chat. If all this did was help you leave your 9 to 5, would that be worth that investment? Let us know. If all this program did was teach you a skill set that can make over $100,000 a year, would it then be worth $15,479? Better yet, $497?
Sound like a good return on investment to me.
Right? So if you're able to learn a skill set that can make over $100K, is that not a smart idea for you to make that type of investment? Right? If all this program did was show you how to make money while you're asleep, like your sleep statistically, I think 25%, I think it's 24, yeah. 23, 24, 25% of your life. What if you could make money during that time that you sleep?
It's crazy.
Would it then be worth the investment into this opportunity today? Let us know in the chat. And if all this program did was remove all the anxiety, all the stress, and all the confusion when starting your online business, would it then be worth the investment to jump into this opportunity? Now, if your answer was yes, and I know some of you right now aren't typing because you're probably trying to secure your spot, but how much time they got left? Yo, y'all got
2 minutes left.
Oh, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, right? 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
To rush y'all.
Now, the dope thing about this program is once you take advantage of it at www.tezandshaq.com, you guys can also, on top of this, write off the entire program itself, right? Now, the crazy part about this is that I was literally giving my program by itself out for over $1,000, right? So you guys can literally see, not only are you getting my product and all of my courses and programs, you're gonna get Shaq's list of designers, his program entirely for half the price. And we did this only for Black Friday and only for Cyber Monday. And this is our early Black Friday deal. Again, we won't even offer this on Black Friday. So if you think we're gonna email this out or text it out to you with another opportunity to grab it, look, we're only taking 50 people because the amount of value that we're giving in here is limited, all right? Now, it's your turn to start getting payouts just like this. If you want to make $60,000 in a day, or even just have an online business, not even $60,000 in a day, just have an online business that can replace your 9 to 5 or make you just the same amount of money as your 9 to 5 and still keep your 9 to 5, this is the best opportunity for you, all right? Now, the real question is this. Before we bring on our speaker, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what we've claimed today, it will pay for itself as soon as you start selling online, all right? Now, here's the thing, guys. There's two types of people in this world, all right? And there's this person who's hiking towards the top of the mountain because it's there, because they want to reach it, because that's the goal they set. They're going to go out and go work for it, right? But here's what I've learned about type A person, right? This person A, right? They're almost always motivated, and they almost always has a relentless mindset. And let's just be honest. We don't always have the best days, and we're not always motivated, nor do we have relentless mindsets. And you guys might fall under person B, which is okay, right? Person B wants to get to the top, but they may just be lost and nervous of starting. They may just not know exactly how to get into this space, or they may just not have any motivation at all, right? And then I realized there's a third type of person as well, right? And this is the person who cares about their time and success. If you care about your time and your money, say me in chat right now. Say me in chat right now. Because what we realize is those people who actually care about their time and their success and the money that they spend and their failures, look, they understand that investing into other people's knowledge and skill sets can help expedite their journey of leaving a 9 to 5, but on top of that, making some money back to get their time back.
So 1 minute remaining.
Y'all got 1 minute left to take advantage of all the bonuses before they're absolutely gone. All right, so the link is in the chat. Go to www.tezandshaq.com. Now, what we want within this program is to help you accomplish your goals a lot faster. So find love quicker, quit your job faster, right? Have a good car, a nice house, dope friends, travel when you want to, have a family that doesn't have to want for anything from anybody else, but more importantly, have the option to actually make choices and have the money that you need to make the choices that you want to make, right? So now we want you to enjoy your success longer and travel. We want you to enjoy your success longer and have a rich and happy family. But most importantly, we want you to know what it feels like to have our time back, because we wake up at whatever time we want to, and we still wake up to money, all right? Now, let's just be honest, right? I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is going to be you climbing this mountain by yourself, and let me let you know something. It is an honorable and worthy pursuit. However, it took me 3 years just to get to where I am, but it is possible, right? However, for those of you who actually want to expedite this journey, want us to literally hold your hand through the entire process and literally cut down the time that it's going to take for you to see success, then you know that investing into this opportunity is the best option for you. So again, go to www.tezandshaq.com. Now, I know y'all heard the timer going off in the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to give y'all another 10 minutes because I think y'all were thinking a little too much. Before we bring our guest speaker on, we're going to open this timer back up again, right? So another 10 minutes has been put on there, right? The link is in the chat. If you're thinking about this right now, trust me, we're going to show you a little bit more as well, right? Now, realistically, you wouldn't buy a house without going inside of it first, right? Like, let's just be realistic. You're not going to buy a house without going inside first, right? So what all me and Shaq are suggesting is that you check out the inside of this program and see if this is what you've been looking for. And guess what? If you don't like it, you have the next 30 days, 100% of your money back, or 100% of your money will be given back to you as long as you email us and let us know that you guys didn't like the program and let us know why you didn't like it, all right? Now, before we bring on our guest speaker, I promise we literally have like 120 seconds left before we bring him on. I want to ask you guys a question. What do all of these people have in common? This is Michael Jordan, this is Serena Williams, and this is Bill Gates as well.
They got an audience.
Right? Let us know, what do all three of these people have in common? And right after this, y'all, we are bringing our guest speaker on here. I promise y'all, this is crazy. I'm actually looking forward to hearing what he has to say, and I'm super excited. Man, this is going to be crazy, right? So Tyrese said a brand. Let's see what else everybody else has to say. What do all of these people have in common? They didn't quit. They're all rich. They're all type A person. They're GOATs. Brian. Shout out to Brian. Brian got it right. So Brian, you were absolutely correct. They have all invested into themselves. They've invested into coaches, and they've also invested into mentors. So Michael Jordan wouldn't have been arguably one of the best players of all time in basketball without Phil Jackson, right? Serena Williams, she had her sister and her father train her to be one of the arguably the best female tennis player in the entire world. And even Bill Gates has made huge investments. So what I'm trying to say here is if you're trying to get to a level that you've never been, you have to be willing to do things that you've never done. And here's the thing, success loves speed. And at the end of the day, if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, I don't know what's going to help you guys get started. So again, the link is in the chat. But without further ado, it's time to bring on our guest speaker, all right? Real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn our presentation off. Boom. So it's time.
Actually, leave it up if you can hear me because my camera won't work tonight. It worked when I joined and then it disappeared as soon as I joined. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
All right, cool. So go ahead and just put it back on the slide that has all the stuff on it, all the goodies. My name is Jason Fladlin, by the way, for everyone. Nice to meet you. How do you do? Drop me a line in the chat. Let me know you can hear me so I don't feel like I'm just talking to Tez and Shaq here. Now, you might be wondering what the hell I'm doing here. And I would have said the same thing last week, but I meant Tez personally just this weekend. And you might not know this about me, but Tez does is last year we sold $59.7 million worth of stuff online. We go hard. And so I like to find the people that go hard like me, and I like to study them. I like to follow them. I like to learn from them. And so when anybody's doing anything of notoriety, it gets on my radar one way or another. And that's what these guys did. And I said, man, you got something special here. I think people need it. I'm in the business of helping people be successful online. I've certainly helped a lot of people. Can I help you guys? Can I come here and speak to this? Not only from my knowledge and my experience, but here's what I've also discovered. And you guys tell me if this rings true, Tez and Shaq. We got a live audience here. 2,849 is what I'm looking at. We got 2,800 plus souls on the call right now. And what you really have to do is decide what are you going to do after today. And regardless of what you're going to do after today, our goal here is, at least my goal, and I think it's true for all of us, I can speak for Tez and Shaq, is to help you make the best decision. So you can ask me any question you want right now. And I'm a patient man. I'll be willing to hang in here. And I'm assuming Tez and Shaq will as well. And we're just going to get down to it. So what do you need to know about this presentation to help you move forward? Whether you sign up at tezandshaq.com or not, that's www.tezandshaq.com. Whether you sign up or not, that's cool. That's important, but it's not as important as what are you going to do with what you learned here today? What do you need to know that you don't know yet? What would make the difference for you? Where are you stuck right now where maybe we can provide some insight and some clarity? So what I'm hoping for, guys, is if you can take a pulse on the chat as it comes in here and start to share with me some of the questions people have, some of the concerns that they might have with e-commerce and with your course and with the program and with some of the specifics of it. And in terms of, because here's what I've discovered is a confused mind doesn't know what to do. They don't say yes, they don't say no, they just stand there. And standing still has never had anything amazing happen. You got to have movement. And if you're not moving forward, you're going backwards. While we do that, go ahead and put that in the chat for me, if you will, and we'll sit here. We'll give an honest answer to the question. Who here has already signed up? And I've noticed some in the chat even before I popped on here. A lot of people saying yes. So if you signed up, let me know, and also go ahead and put in why. What was the thing that made the difference for you that allowed you to say yes, I want it? Now, I've seen some people say, I tried to sign up, and for whatever the reason the website hung up. Totally understand that. When you got this kind of energy going on, man, you got to expect it. You think failure's bumpy, wait till you get a hold of success. Success is even bumpier, but in a better way. And so try a different browser if you must. So Firefox, go to Google. If Google, go to Safari. Do whatever you can. You might have to reload the page again. But that's okay. We'll hang out here. We'll make sure you get this because there is a moving window of opportunity, just like most things in life, that when it's gone, it's gone. I think we could probably even extend it a little bit due to some of the technical difficulties. I certainly would like to. So if we have somebody sitting here right now, Tez, saying, I don't know what to do. Should I sign up? Should I not sign up? I'm concerned. I want to know what those concerns are because like you, I've been in that position and the money was tight and I didn't know where to go and I didn't know what to do. and it's easy to do nothing, but only for a little bit. And then you got to do something. So guys, have you noticed anything in the chat, any commonalities of people asking certain types of questions or specific things that they're not sure about that maybe we can shed some light on to help increase understanding?
So one of the big questions that we're seeing is Facebook ads.
Yeah, man. Facebook ads, you scared of running them? You don't know what to do? They're going to cost you money, that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Facebook ads is not the only way to make this work. And in fact, I think there's a lot of opportunity purely organic with content. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And in fact, I saw you guys showing a little bit of this earlier here. The thing about paid ads is, yeah, you should consider doing it, because here's a lesson I learned early on in my life. If I'm walking down the street and there's a $100 bill in front of me, a $50 bill in front of me, a 20, a 10, and a 5, and a 1, which one do I grab? And the answer is all of them. I don't care what old white guy's face is on the front of that bill. I'm scooping it and I'm picking it up. With that said, the organic traffic is free, and it's also mostly $100 bills. The paid traffic can be $100 bills, but it's usually less than $100 bills. Now, let me tell you why. Because advertising, how much of you get excited when you see an ad on your feed? You don't get excited. In fact, you probably get annoyed. Now, sometimes the annoyance is overweighed by the desire to want that swag, that drip, whatever it is that you want to buy. But usually the way that you make purchasing decisions, and tell me if I'm wrong, but as a consumer, the way that you decide to buy is usually through organic content, is it not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a great chance that almost all of you are on this call as a result of organic content. Mm-hmm. So it's easier than paid traffic. It's cheaper than paid traffic, and it's more effective. Now, I don't want to downplay paid traffic. You should do all of the above, as it makes sense. You don't want to be the person in the gym that only works out one muscle. That ain't healthy, and it's not attractive, right? You don't want to say, I'll just go hard on nutrition, but I won't take care of my physical exercise. We want to do all of the above. Just for you, though, in what order should you do which first? That's the only question that we have to answer. And I'm going to suggest to you that you do what one makes sense to you in your current situation right now. That's where you start. But I ask you in return to make a pledge to me to also do the others. Don't step over the 10s and 20s and $50 bills to only pick up the $100 bills. This is your livelihood that we're talking about here. Every dollar counts, but we can prioritize first. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if that rings true to you. By the way, the page that you're on right now, www.tezandshack.com. That's where you go to get it. You can sign up there. You can fill it out. You can check out. The process is smooth. It's seamless. It's secure. If you have any issues with that, just let us know in the chat. We'll see if we can take care of you. Tez, Shaq, any other big questions that are coming up that we can shed some light on?
So the next big question that we're seeing is also about legalizing the business, like LLCs, and how should they start?
That's a great question. I like this question. Because let me clarify. Is this the only question that would determine whether you're in or not? Because that's important that we have this discussion before we move any further. Because if you're asking this question and there's other questions that are more important, really this is what we call a nickel and dime question. It's not that hard to answer the question, but it's not that big of deal at the end of the day. Many people start with all sorts of different business entities. I'm not giving you business advice right now, but I started with what is called, I'm just self-employed. I opened up a personal checking account. I'm a sole proprietor. Yeah. And that's how I started. I started that way because I had $50 to put in a checking account. So you start where you start, okay? These days, I filed tax returns in 22 different states. You don't want my life in some instances. It's so unbelievably complicated. And we have multiple S corporations and C corporations and LLCs and holding companies and all that jazz. If you want to sell hundreds of millions of dollars of product online, which some of you have the capabilities, and a few of you, I think, will get to that point, then you will get there over time. But starting out, you certainly can set up whatever entity makes sense to you. But the real question that I'm hearing when I hear that is people want to make sure that their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted. That's what I'm really hearing. You want to make sure that you got people that got your back when you do this, because nobody should go at anything alone. Everybody should have support. Everybody should have community. If all it took was information, you could go to a library and get rich. But there's all kinds of libraries out there, and there's unfortunately too many broke people out there. You need the information, and you need the support behind you. And guys, How many stones did you leave unturned for this?
Man, I don't even know.
0. You guys left no stone unturned for this, right?
Thanks.
How much important stuff did you leave out of this course?
0.
None.
Everything they need is inside of it.
Everything and more, right? This is one of those situations where you're at like a buffet or at a barbecue and there's 5 different desserts. I don't think you eat all 5 at once, right? You can always go back later and get more. So not only did this leave nothing out, this has given you what I call a preponderance of what you need, more than what you need. But of course, it's also designed in a way where it's easy for you to navigate and get through it. You know how I know that? Because you don't get success stories any other way. People are busy. They got a million other things that they're doing. If only the people that had all the time in the world and no distraction and all the skills and capability and characteristics in the world, if only those people could be successful, then this course, it wouldn't work. It's not designed for the 1 in a million person who fits that profile. It's designed for the person that's already overwhelmed in their life, that already has too much going on, that's already too busy. It's designed to get down to the essence and cut through that so you can do what really, truly matters. And what truly matters is not making money. What truly matters is the freedom that having money can provide. Okay, to turn your 9 to 5 into a 5 to 9. Now, let me explain what that means. 9 to 5 is what you're working. 5 to 9 is 5 figures to 9 figures. You know what 9 figures is? It's 100 million. I've hit it before. I know many other people have hit it. We've hit it selling weird stuff like spatulas and silicone cutting boards and sunscreen. We didn't have this cool stuff that you are going to learn how to sell, which is infinitely easier to sell than the commodities that I just talked about. You're going to sell style, man. You're going to sell something that's really in demand, that there's an unending supply of if it's done right, and you're going to be taught how to do it right. www.tezandshaq.com. Get signed up. Guys, we have to have blown through the 50 plus at this point in time.
Man. Yeah,
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
If I'm here and I got souls on the line and they're trying to make a decision one way or another, and we haven't answered all the questions yet, which I know we haven't. I see some in the queue here. Can we extend that until we can get through some of these questions? Because ultimately you need to know the right thing in order to make the right decision. And so I would love to be able to explore a little bit further what's going on with people on the call right now and how can we help? How can we give clarity? How can we give insight? Is that cool?
That's cool. My assistant actually is watching this and she opened up another 50 spots just now.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, and it's in Black Friday, man. Take advantage of it. And by the way, Black Friday, you know when Black Friday ends? It ends the day after Christmas. So I've been in this business for 15 years, and there's 2 months during the year where 80% of things are bought, and it's November and December. And so get in now and don't think that you're missing Black Friday and the bum rush. You're really not. You're missing a big chunk up front, perhaps, but really most of the revenue comes from here until Christmas. So this is the wave that you want to ride right now. So get in now because you get the biggest discount you'll ever get. But forget the discount, man. That doesn't matter. Get in now because this is the ripest the opportunity will be. Is it worth doing in the slowest month of the year? You bet. Because even the slowest month of the year is still incredible compared to the way that most people try to make money. But right now, it's the right time. It's the best price, best deal for you. www.tezandshaq.com. Gentlemen, do you got any other insight of some of the questions or even some of the reasons why people say they signed up? Because I did ask that as well earlier.
Yeah, so the next person says their concern is about trademarking, which is something we also went over inside of the program in depth, guys. So we do answer that as well. But somebody asks, a lot of it is just legalized questions. So should I get an LLC for a drop shipping business?
Yeah, so let me answer that again. If you knew the answer to that question, would you sign up? That's what I need to know. Because to me, that question doesn't really matter. I get it. You want to know the answer, and the answer is in the course. Everything you need to know is in the course. But when I hear that question, what I'm really hearing you say is, I want to protect my investment to make sure I'm safe and I'm okay, and I can grow in an environment where I feel comfortable. Because I'm telling you, the big questions you should be asking are, how do I get traffic? How do I make sure my site's set up? How do I make sure I make designs that people want to buy? How do I cut through the noise and be different than other people that exist out there? Those are the questions that make the money. Once you make money, trademark everything that you want to trademark, right? Once you make money, change the corporate structure if you want to change the corporate structure. These are all things that I've had as an experience. But the challenge is if you try to get everything right before you do anything, you'll be 172 years old by the time that happens. You'll be dead.
Ooh, that's a bar. Jason, that is such a huge gem. And I think the biggest other one that we see right now is people's concerns with manufacturers. So guys, we actually give you our personal manufacturers as well. So your needs when it comes to manufacturers or questions, we put all of that stuff inside of the program. You guys literally get all of that when you take advantage of it today. But the next big one is how do we come up with trending designs? And again, guys, we're going to give you an hour free step-by-step design class. But Jason, what would you say to people who are concerned about designs?
Yeah, I can answer both of these questions because it's funny. The answer is the same for both of them. Trust me, as somebody who's worked with an incredible amount of manufacturers, we used to at one point in time have the largest guided tour. We'd take people to Yiwu, China, and we'd lock them in a room for 6 days. It's a city with hundreds of thousands of manufacturers that live there, and it's sponsored by the government. And what you discover is all the manufacturers on the outside in look alike, but only a few of them are legit, and the rest of them are kind of a coin flip. And so what you get when you invest with Tez and Shaq is you get the vetting. You get out of the 1,000, here are the few that make the difference. That is so valuable. It is so unbelievably valuable that 497 is an insult to the value of what that is alone. It's incredibly valuable. It's valuable not necessarily because it gives you an advantage. It's valuable in the same way as if you had a landmine detector before you walk through the field. That's why it's valuable. And now let's talk about the designs, right? Same thing. Why does something appeal and something else doesn't appeal to the masses? I'll never know. But I know that there's a science to it in the sense of if somebody's done it enough times and they figured out the hacks and they've tested it out enough and they've crowdsourced it by having a community of successful people, there are patterns. And then it's a matter of, okay, here are the patterns. And then here's how I utilize them, both to get them designed and get them deployed, get them out there quick, get them out there fast. And I know you guys have figured this out. You guys tell me if this resonates, right? You guys have probably iterated over thousands of designs between you and your community over time. And you've just figured out these things work and these things don't. So don't do the things that don't work and do the things that do work. Is that fair to say?
It's spot on.
Right on.
And so I hope I'm impressing upon you here as you listen to this and as you're deciding to go to www.tezandshaq.com and sign up. You're investing in the shortcut. And I don't mean that in the way you probably think I do. You're investing so you don't have to go through 1,000 different manufacturers and get humbled several times and then somehow figure it out because you run out of ways to screw it up. You don't have to get inspiration and then think that's going to be a cool design only to find out that it don't land, even if you thought it was cool and your mom and your dog thought it was cool. You are investing in the shortcut that has ran through so much of the mess for you and removed it. So what is left when you get rid of all the noise? What's left is the answer. That's success. Success is not doing amazing things. Success is removing all the things that get in your way and then just walking down the road of success. And you can do that on your own, and you will run into dead ends, and you will trip, and you will fall, and you will get bloody, and you will go the wrong way more than you go the right way, and you can brute force it that way. Or you can use money as your energy instead of time and effort and shortcut it. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have to put the time and effort in. You'll still have to do that, right? It'll just be more purposeful. It'll be more concentrated. It'll be more correct. So on the outside looking in, you're trying to crack a combination. And it's got 4 digits. How are you going to crack that? You're going to start 0001, 0002, 003, and maybe before, if you don't get too tired and fall asleep, you'll crack it. Or you can sit down with somebody who says, here's the 3 numbers of the combination. I just need you to come up with the 4th. You're like, all right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll figure it out then. That's all I got to go through from a combination perspective. And so, yes, you will get the training. Yes, you will get the vetted manufacturers. Yes, you will get the designs that are most likely to grab. But here's the deal. Say you run a design and it doesn't grab right away. Tez, Shaq, what happens in that scenario?
You got to go back and, redesign, come up with something new.
You got to come up with something new, and everything you just did go to waste.
Yeah. And so is that the worst thing that could ever happen to you? I think a lot of people, and this is a challenge that I've had with my clients who want to start a business, and it frustrates me to no end. It's like, if you pick the wrong design, somebody doesn't break into your house and beat you in front of your children. Okay. That's not how it works. What happens is you pick the wrong design, but it only took you a few minutes because you're using all the shortcuts. You're using all the access of information and the resources provided to you. And you try it and it doesn't work, and you say, cool, now I'm one step closer to something that will work. So you try this and it doesn't hit right away, you're out practically nothing. And you hit once and it's a game changer. It is a life changer. And I'll tell you why, for two reasons. Reason number one is you've finally proven to yourself that you can do this, because I'm guessing that most of your life you've been surrounded by people, most of them you're related to, but even your friends and other people telling you that you can't do this, either directly or indirectly. Sometimes it's that look of disapproval. That's what gets you, because they don't want to see you do it different than they do it. They don't think you can do it differently than they do it. And that doesn't mean you hate them. You still love them, but you can't let their values become your values. And so a big part of this is this doubt that gets in your head saying, I'm not capable of being wealthy. I'm not capable of being rich. I don't deserve it. And that's hogwash. And then you start to think, well, I can't do it then because I don't deserve it. And so what happens when that first sale comes in, or those first couple $100 hits your account? That's a big middle finger in the face of everybody who told you you couldn't do it. That is the unequivocal proof that wins. And once you get that win, the rest becomes easier. It's easier to make $1 million than it is to make the first $1,000. Because the first $1,000 is the hardest, my friend. But once you prove it to yourself and you prove it to the world, most of this stuff is just rinse and repeat. Most of this stuff says, all right, I did it once. If I do it once, I can do it again. And so if you try it the first time and the design doesn't quite click, even though you stacked all the deck in your favor, right? It's kind of like going out and it's like, hey, we're going to play a basketball game tonight, and the weather report says only 10% chance of rain. And then it rains. You don't just say, okay, throw the basketball away, we're never playing again, right? Yeah. You play tomorrow when it doesn't rain. So even if the deck is stacked in your favor, even if you have everything going for you, you might miss it the first time. And we call that okay, because we got a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance and a fifth chance. If you could buy an unlimited number of lottery tickets and only spend $1 to buy an unlimited number of lottery tickets, who would play the lottery? Everybody, because you just keep buying tickets until you hit. This is kind of like that. It's not exactly like that, but that's how I kind of look at it. You got yourself essentially a lottery ticket. You got the shortcut to generational wealth that you can create yourself without having to work for somebody else and trade time for dollars. You got that. You might have to use it a few times before it hits. You know what I find crazy, guys? People that will show up 25 years to the same job where they know exactly what the outcome will be every time. And they never question that. They never question the fact I'm doing the same thing every single day. That's somehow acceptable. But doing something new and having to try it a couple different ways first, they think that's insane. I think doing the same thing over and over again, knowing for a fact you can't change, you can only make this amount of money no matter what you do, I think that is insane, guys. But I'll get off the soapbox now and I'll quit my rant on that one.
So, guys, if you guys don't know who's speaking, and again, you guys should be the most engaged in the chat right now, because this is Jason Fladlin, the guy I took that picture with, the same person who helped me make over $800,000 in less than 6 months reading just his one book alone. One big thing you have to do to get to a place that you've never been is listen to people who have been there and who have done the things that you're trying to do. And this is the exact person that I wanted to bring on here to help you guys understand how important it is to make investments in yourself and take advantage of risks that are right in front of you that you know for a fact that you should take advantage of. So, Jason, the next biggest thing that we're seeing is people talking about organic marketing and like the best days to post on social media, when in reality you should post it consistently. What would you say to that?
Yeah, so this is a very interesting question, and I get where it's coming from. You want to, as much as possible, do the things that are likeliest to get you successful. So there are certain times of the day and certain days of the week that are more optimal and as far as strategy go. But I'm going to tell you, when you're starting out and you got mouths to feed and you got money to make, you know when the best time to do it? It was yesterday. That was the best time to do it. So the second best time to do it is right now. Again, I got to go back to that thing. Don't step over the 20s and 50s to pick up the hundreds. Pick them all up. Pick up all the money while you can. Grab it while it's there. Because not only is that good for you at that moment, but every campaign you launch is an investment in your future. So not only will it make you money, it will make you better. You want to get better? Don't post on a certain day of the week only. Figure out a way to post 10 times as much as you normally would. Then you will accelerate your success because you're stacking that deck in your favor. It's the whole lottery ticket thing. You're buying 10 lottery tickets instead of one. You say, well, yeah, I want to buy it on a Friday night. Okay. But I want to make money on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So best practices will be laid out in the training. You will know the most opportune time when to do this, when to do that. Circumstances are more favorable if you do it this way versus that way. But if you have money to make, the answer is always now. The course will tell you, it will show you a way where you literally can make money every second of the day. It's probably been a decade, guys, where I have made money coming into me almost every single second of the day, every minute of the day, 24/7, 365, right? And that's because of activities that I've done every single day many years ago that continue to pay me. None of y'all got that experience yet. You ever show up to a job, punch in, do a little bit of work, and then 10 years later, your boss is still paying you from that day back in 2012 when you did a shift at Chick-fil-A, and now it's 10 years later, and that boss is sending you money still from that one shift? I don't think so. And so the reality is, when's a good time to make money? The answer is always. Mm-hmm. And so you do it at all times, and then you'll hit every single best thing that you can. But don't think that means you have to work all the time. Tez, Shaq, you guys ain't out there working 80 hours a week for this paper, are you?
No way. Not at all. No way.
Not at all. You guys got families. So make the business work for you. Don't work for the business. Most of y'all right now are working for your bread. Make your bread work for you. You got families. You got people that matter. You got other things to do in life. So do this so you can get the momentum going, and then don't be surprised when it's like an avalanche where you can't turn it off. Literally, you'll be in a situation, if you do this right, where it's harder to not make money than it is to make money. Mm-hmm. Right now, I would have to put in more effort to stop the money coming in than I would to bring in more money. That's called critical mass. How do you get to critical mass? You go through this program. You follow it step by step because you don't know any better. You're not smarter than these guys. You got to humble yourself and just follow it step by step. And that creates the momentum. And then through momentum, you get experience. And then you can experiment if you wish to. You can grow it up to a bigger level if you want to. You could be happy with the amount of revenue you get in if it suits your lifestyle. And you can have this passive income coming in. We are just here to show you that there's a different way than the way you've been sold to your whole life. And the biggest challenge with this is it's hard to understand $1 million plan if you don't see yourself as worthy of making $1 million.
Oh my God, that touched my heart. Jason, that one touched my heart, honestly.
That's why I came on here today, because I got a lot of future millionaires that I know are on this line right now, but unfortunately they're thinking like thousandaires. And that doesn't serve you, and that doesn't serve me, that doesn't serve Tez, that doesn't serve Shaq. And this is why this is a great opportunity, because I said, if I'm going to come in here, we're going to ask the questions, not the theories, not just the slides. I want to see the questions you have, because that shows me what needs to be said, or at least attempted to help and impact you. So on that ground, guys, is there anything else that's coming in chat that we can bring some clarification on?
Yeah, so somebody else asked where to find designers. And then, guys, not only are you going to get a free design class when you jump into this program, we also have 2 different designer packs that you're going to get where you can literally plug and play these same exact designs from these people on our list for literally $7,500 for one design and utilize it for your brand and give you full ownership of that design, along with us literally going through and creating a design from scratch with you inside of one of the Zoom calls.
Do you guys find that that's the thing that people get stuck up on the most? Was if I take your program, where am I likely to get stuck?
I mean, honestly, I feel like I thought of every way that somebody will get stuck, and then I presented a solution or a way for them to learn from it. But I think the biggest thing that somebody will get stuck at is manufacturers. And I think for a lot of people, they're nervous to get scammed. They're nervous of, not getting the product that they wanted or wasting money or not coming out the way they wanted. I think that's where most people would get stuck, as well as like website and like development and stuff like that.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, because I don't think that's an accident. That's the first time when it becomes real, when you order it from the manufacturer. And so what I've discovered, I've worked with over 150,000 paying clients in 131 countries. And what I've discovered is it doesn't matter if they're in any one of these 131 countries that we've been in. It's always the same. The real issue isn't procedural. It isn't how do I contact this manufacturer, how do I place an order, or here's how I create this design from this designer. And I guarantee you, Tez and Shaq have figured it all out, and they've laid it to you in a way where you can follow it step by step. The biggest challenge is psychological, when you make something imaginary real. Because then what happens? Then you have to own it. Then you have to be responsible to that outcome. And so if you stay in daydream land, where anything's possible because nothing happens, that feels safe temporarily. But it ultimately leads to destruction, because you never churn the idea into reality, and nobody's going to pay you to daydream, unfortunately. So the biggest challenge isn't how do I get this design? How do I find these designers? And I'm glad you're asking those questions, because that allows us to show you that the course has already anticipated that. Not one way, multiple ways. So here is not just one solution to your one question. Here are multiple different solutions to your single question, so you can have multiple ways and multiple options. It's kind of like you jumping out of a plane. You don't just have a parachute. You have a backup parachute as well. So these guys are packing multiple backup parachutes for you. But ultimately, there comes a time of accountability where you have to say, is this a hobby or is this something serious? And I'm hoping that you're not thinking that this is a hobby. I hope you think that this is something serious, because it has the firepower to completely change your whole life. Your basketball coach, Tez, before he got with you, how much money was he making a year? Do you guess?
I would assume less than 40,000 a year.
Yeah. I don't know how any teacher or any coach at the high school level or at the collegiate level, even for that matter, for smaller schools, how they ever survived, how they survived. You make next to nothing. It's insane. And then he's selling $100,000 part-time. He didn't quit coaching, did he?
Mm-mm. Oh, well, after he started his business, yeah.
After the money came in, he quit,
right.
Which is smart and it's responsible. And I don't want any of you saying, hey, I'm going to quit tomorrow and put it all on black and spin the wheel, right? Some of y'all think like that, right? That's crazy, man. We don't want to do that. We want to take the least amount of risk to get the best result. That's the theory. That's the thinking behind this. So you can start this part-time. It's designed so you can start this part-time and quickly make twice as much money working part-time at this than you make working full-time. So the basketball coach was making more money part-time with this than he was full-time with his job. Then it makes sense. Then it's the decision, do I stay in my job because I enjoy it and I don't care about the lack of money that it makes? Or then is it saying, hey, listen, this is way better. And I still can go and I can coach people however I want, wherever I want, no longer have to answer to anybody anymore. I can do it on my terms. But the idea here becomes, are you ready for that type of success? And it's okay if you're not. Not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur that is financially independent.
Yeah.
But I don't think those people even show up to webinars like these. I think they've already counted themselves out before the game starts. But you're in the field right now. You're in the arena. You're already there. So I don't think this is a hobby to you. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit scary when you pull the trigger the first time and you say with that manufacturer, here, let's make this happen. And then you will put yourself out there in a very real way where there is nowhere to hide anymore. But guess what? That's the price of success.
Mm-hmm.
People want to worry about the cost of this, the investment in this course, the $497. That ain't the price, son. The price is the willingness to take it on and own it and show the world what you are actually capable of. Because the discount on this course is less than the discount of what you are doing to your current capabilities. You are discounting your abilities in this world. And I know it because I've seen it all over the world. And so the real cost is not the investment in the training. The real cost is your ability to say, I'm willing to make it real. And that can be a little scary at first, and I get that. But once it's done, you find out it's really not that scary. The alternative is scarier. And then when you put it out there and it hits, oh, that feeling. I can't even describe it to you. And if I could, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't spoil it for you. I want you to feel it in your own unique way when you start making that money. And you say, oh, that's what Flatland was talking about. Is that feeling? That's what dude was going on about.
Right.
That's the feeling. And that feeling will pull you forward in spite of any challenges or hesitations that you may have if you want it to. So that's why we do this. www.tezandshaq.com.
Hey, Jason, I felt like when I came to that event, I made that investment in myself, the $4,000, to be able to sit amongst all the other great marketers in the world who are making, 7-8 figures in their businesses. One thing that you said that really stuck out to me, that really stuck with me, is that some people aren't always afraid of the fear of failure, but they're afraid of the fear of success. Could you talk a little bit about that and go in depth on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of resonates with what I was just saying. The unfortunate fact is, what failure is like. If you haven't met your financial goals yet, if you haven't achieved your dreams, you're living in a state of failure. Now, the challenge with failure is it's very predictable. It's very comfortable. You can expect the same thing tomorrow as you expect today, and next year and the year after that. And so the challenge with that is you get stuck being comfortable and you get in a rut. And then you know what the difference between a rut and a grave is? Just about 6 feet. A rut becomes a grave. And now here's the thing, though. Success is scarier to you than failure currently if you haven't already reached the financial goals that you want to reach, because you don't know what success looks like. Do you know what it's like when you have tens of thousands of dollars coming in faster than you've ever seen in your life? It's exciting, but it's also a little scary. And what are you going to do with that money? What are you going to start doing when you have additional capabilities to actually exercise your freedom? Right now, you don't get to make the choice. The choice is made for you, which sucks, but at least it's one less choice you have to think about, and therefore it's kind of comfortable. Then you actually can decide on how you want to live your life. A lot of people are afraid of that, and that stops them, and that holds them back, and that limits them. This is why we got to sit on something like this for 2 hours and 17 minutes and 24 seconds now and counting to help you get over that hump. Being your own worst enemy that's the biggest problem that we face today in 2022 moving into 2023. And so our goal is to help you understand that the fear of failure is less than the fear of success, and that we can provide success to you and we can remove that fear. So some of it we do right now, but a lot of it happens when you make the decision to own your future. You sign up, you put the money down, and then you go into the course. Because you will go in there with a different mindset. I'm not kidding you. When you sign up and you spend money today, something inside of you changes. You have what's called an identity shift. You have now invested in a different future when you make your investment today. And so I get it. It will be scary because it's different. And you have no idea what the next 6 months of your life is going to be. That is something that I do not take lightly. And so the idea here, though, is don't let the fear of success stop you from being successful. It has stopped you up until now, but don't let that be your fate as we move forward. So failing is okay. Succeeding, let's see what that's like. And then I'll let you decide if you want to continue succeeding or go back to failing. So far, 100% of the people that I've done this with, they decided that success was more enjoyable than failure, and they went with it.
Oh my goodness. Jason, you are like the things that you're saying is not only resonating with me, but I really hope, guys, is this resonating with y'all? Like, type it in the chat right now. If everything he's dropping right now is resonating with you guys. But I had a private message come in a while back that I actually missed. And somebody asked, like, can they use this or make this work with little time?
Yeah, let me answer that. This is the time question, and it's less important how much time you do or don't have. What's more important is consistency. Every single success story I've seen, and I've seen many, I have seen many success stories. The biggest commonality with them wasn't I had an extra 20 hours a week, or I had an extra 30 hours a week, or I had an extra 15 hours a week. The biggest commonality is they showed up a little bit almost every single day. So I've discovered 85% of winning is just showing up. So if you show up for a few minutes a day, I'll take it. I'd rather you show up a few minutes a day consistently than only do 4 hours here, then take a week break, then 2 hours there, then take a week break, and then 10 hours here, then take a week break. It's consistency that matters. That's going to make it more than anything. And here's the good news is all of you can be consistent, regardless of how much or how little time you currently have. But the thing that most people want to do is they want to do it one time, have it work at 100% effectiveness, never do it again, have their cake and eat it too. And that works exactly 0% of the time. It just doesn't work that way. The first time is the worst time. You'll suck at this the first time you do it. Now, even if you suck at it because you have the blueprint, because you have the map to the pot of gold, you could be terrible at it and still succeed the first time. But the first time is the worst time. You will get better over time. And the way you get better over time is through consistency, because consistency creates momentum. And momentum creates wins. The only thing that you have to worry about is if you're climbing the ladder that's leaning on the wrong building, which a lot of people are. So a lot of people will be consistent and they'll work really hard in the wrong direction. So you just got to make sure the ladder you're climbing is leaning on the right building. I will tell you, because I know more about this e-commerce game than just about anybody. What Tez and Shaq are offering you right now is a gold mine. It is an untapped industry. It's an untapped niche that is completely wide open for anybody who wants to play in it. I've been in many, many industries and niches in my life, and some of them just play better than others. Some of them just have a lot more money that's sitting there waiting for somebody to claim it than others. And as far as opportunities and niches go, I don't think you can get hotter than this opportunity. I don't think you can. I think it is one of the hottest, if not the very hottest things on the internet right now for somebody starting out. Now, I could show you opportunities if you got $1 million laying around on the side, right? That's how most money gets made. Rich people getting richer, which is disgusting to me. It's frustrating. I hate that. But that's how most opportunities go. The hottest opportunities are you have a huge connection with somebody who's rich and you're also rich, and the rich get richer. But this is an opportunity where you could start out with nothing, have a whole bunch. And as far as a niche go, it's about as ripe, if not the ripest as it gets. If my kids came to me and says, Dad, what do you think? I should say, I don't think you can do better than this industry right now. The opportunity is wide open. We call this a supply-demand skew. There is so much demand for this, and there is very little supply of it. So economics 101, anytime there's a lot of demand for something and there's very few people supplying it, that means you get the easiest sales at the highest prices with the least amount of effort. And then if you can get in right now, if it ever does become saturated, you don't care because you have momentum at that point. And momentum is the most important thing in business. And so you got the right opportunity. It's the right timing. You got the right people with Tez and Shaq that are having your back. You got the right price point. Frankly, if this was me selling this to you, there'd be a 0 at the end of it. and I would absolutely feel like you're getting the best end of the deal.
Right. 1,000%. Man, Jason, like everything that you just said, like for me to be a teacher and then to be able to hear what you're saying, it's humbling to hear, especially from a person who's already gotten and reached the goals that we're trying to reach as young people who's made over $100 million like you. Somebody asked, like, how do you overcome the fear, or how do you overcome failing? Like, once you fail, how do you get over that failure?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways. So first of all, what I like to do with fear is I don't let it drive the car anymore. We put it in the passenger seat and we put a damn seatbelt on the thing. Fear can come along for the ride. We can't get rid of fear, but we're just going to not have him no longer drive the vehicle. He's driven enough miles on your vehicle and he hasn't driven you to the places you want to go. So fear's going to come along for the ride. We're just going to put him in the passenger seat. That's what we're going to do with fear. But at the same time, failure doesn't exist. Failure is only for people who quit. And that's, by the way, of most people. They fail because they never even try. We don't have failure. We have steps that we take that move us closer to success. Anything you do in this program is going to bring you one step closer to success. Anything you do is going to provide for you further experience, feedback, and insight that you can invest into the next step. Anything you do in here is going to create a strategic byproduct that can be leveraged. Let's talk about leverage really quickly. The reason you can't make money right now is you have no leverage. You have your time, and that's pretty much the only leverage point you have. And people are paying you mostly by the hour for that time. But leverage means this. If you have 10 designs that you can roll out at any point in time, you have 10 times the opportunities to make money. When you have existing customers who start to know your brand, now you have demand before you even create supply. We call this leverage. Experience is the ultimate form of leverage, because each design that you do, regardless of how much money it makes, is experience that you can invest into the next design. And if you truly understand that and embrace that, it doesn't matter what you do. Everything you do is net positive. And some people have trouble with that at first. I get it, right? This is why you need community around you. Because it's easy to say, well, I tried something one time and it didn't go the way that I wanted, so therefore I'm an absolute failure. But man, you're doing yourself a disjustice if you believe that. What you're doing is so brave, because you are doing something that 99% of people will never do, which is you are refusing to settle for the status quo. Everybody's going to tell you, you can't get rich. Everyone's going to tell you, you just need to make a living. They're going to tell you even silly things like, oh, you're greedy if you want to get rich. Okay. I came from poverty. You know, the best thing about poverty is when you get out of it. Nothing good happens in poverty. The best thing you could do for the poor is not be one of them.
Cool.
Abundance is where all the good stuff comes out of. That's where it happens, in abundance. And so if we can approach this from an abundant state of mind, I'm going to try it out and I'll either win or I'll learn something and I can invest it into the next time. But you need community to do that. If you're all alone in the wilderness trying to do this all on your own, you don't have anybody that gets in your ear when you feel down and says, let me pick you up. You know that old poem, that old picture with the two footprints of the sand next to each other?
Yeah.
The guy says to God, he says, dude, when things were hard, there was only one set of footprints. You left me. And God says, no, you don't understand. When there was one set of footprints, I carried you. So sometimes you're going to need the community to carry you. Sometimes you're going to have other people surrounding you that are on the same playbook as you're on, which is yet another reason why it makes sense for you to get involved in this at www.tezandcheck.com.
Oh my goodness. The best way to help them, the best way to help the people who are in poverty is to not be one of them. I've never heard that in my life.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. So Jason, for you, to get to where you are, you've had to take a lot of risks and you've also had to invest into yourself. Can you talk a little bit more about how you've invested in yourself and what that looked like after you invested in yourself? Because again, like you said, you become a different person when you invest into yourself and you start realizing the opportunities that you can create for yourself. Can you talk a little bit about, what it took for you to actually invest in yourself and how you were or how your identity shifted afterwards?
Yeah, it's a great question. I never felt like I ever took a risk in my life, guys, because I knew it was at stake. I always found ways in which I could try something out small and cautiously, but still try it. So, you're not asking these people to spend $10,000 on a clothing line. Is that right?
Exactly.
You're not asking them to go and get a thing of inspiration and then hope whatever that is going to sell. We probably work backwards. What are people going to buy? And we give them that instead. We do it in the ways that take the least amount of money and time ever to prove the concept out. So we test small and we scale big. Okay. But let's talk about investment, because that's a bigger topic. The first ever real training program I ever invested in. I was painting houses for a guy. That's how I made my money. I was making $12 an hour, painting these condos, and it was miserable. And I saw a program on a presentation similar to what you're now seeing, and the program was $2,000. My only problem was my credit was so bad, I couldn't charge $2,000 on my card. I had a $450 credit limit. I didn't even know they made credit cards that low. I couldn't even charge this program on a credit card, right?
Right.
And they didn't take checks, so I couldn't write a check, and I couldn't buy this course. So what I did was I called my boss up, and I said, hey, listen, will you do me a favor? Will you buy this course for me? And then I'll pay you back. And that's how I made it happen. I didn't sit there and just say, oh, gee, I can't invest in this, so I'll give up on it. That's like saying, oh, gee, if success doesn't kick down my door and kidnap me, then I'm not going to have any part of it, right? I found a way to invest in myself, and the hardest part wasn't the money. The hardest part was the mechanism, the means in order to able to do that. And so he used his credit card. He bought the course from me. And I'll tell you what happened when I got that course. Two things happened. The first thing that was the best thing is I looked at that course and I was thinking, if I put $2,000 into something, it's got to be robust. This guy must have spent thousands of hours on this training program. They probably hired actors and they flew over it. It was a guy talking over mind maps. It was like a screen share where he would click these little mind maps and open and close it. I'm like, is that it? There was nothing cool about it. But then I started digging into the content and I was like, the content, that's all that matters. And it was pretty thin. There wasn't a lot to it. But what happened was when I invested in myself, I changed my mindset. Now I had skin in the game. Most of you, what you've done is you haven't put yourself in a position to have a breakthrough. You're sitting in the stands watching the gameplay. You're not on the field. If you're on the field, you got skin in the game. You say, I better step up, otherwise I might get tackled. I better go to work. And so investing, it doesn't guarantee it, but it certainly helps. People pay attention to the things they pay for more than anything. We had 16,000 plus people register for this training today. And we had like 5,000 show up. Now, maybe more would have showed up because there's a cap on this thing, but all 16,000 of them didn't. Now, we had 32,000 people see the page to register. 32,000 people. 16,000 said no. 16,000 said I'll show up, and then they didn't even show up. And now you're left with 5,000. And then not everybody stayed till right now. Got 2,000 on right now, or 1,600 on right now. I just looked again. We had 2,000 a little bit ago, right? And so by the time you get down to it, people get whittled away. They get whittled away. They get whittled away until who's left standing. This is why winning is showing up. And so the idea, though, is when you pay attention is when you pay for things first, and then you pay attention to them. So the investment for me was I got this course. I got nothing else to do because I spent all my money on this course. So I better pay attention to it. If somebody would have showed up and handed it to me for free, I wouldn't have looked at it. And then who knows where I would have been. Probably not where I'm at right now. And so that's what happens when you invest in yourself, is it changes the psychology in which you interact with the thing that you invest in. This is why sitting around watching YouTube videos all day ain't going to cut it. It ain't going to cut it for you. First of all, you ain't going to get the real information on YouTube. But even if you did, it still ain't going to work because you didn't have to put any skin in the game to make it happen. And that's a big deal. That's why www.tezandshaq.com is where you need to be right now.
Absolutely. And we did have a private message. I'm just now seeing, sorry guys, I'm just now seeing y'all old private messages, but somebody said they're broke and they can't afford it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I've been in a position, I just described it, where the money is tight and it's going to tax you, your soul, not tax you on the money, but on your soul to figure out if you can do it or not. Now, here's what I like about this price point. It's only $497. I can tell you it is funny because I'm a third party here. I've got paid exactly $0 to be here today. I saw somebody doing something amazing and I wanted to help. And that's why I showed up here. But the thing is like these guys did not price it to make the maximum amount of profit that they could on a business like this. I know the economics. It would be very easy to sell this thing for $2,500 and convert half as much. But guess what? If you sell this thing 5 times as much and only sell half the people, you make way more money doing that. This is not optimized from a price perspective to create the most amount of profits for Tez and Shaq. This is a deal. There's no denying that. So it's $497. However, with that said, some of y'all can't very easily just reach in your pocket and pull $497 out. It's going to stretch you. It's going to test you. So the good news is they've made it as affordable as I think at the very bottom I would ever want to price a course like this. Because here's the problem with a $497 price point. How many courses are out there that are life-changing for just $500 measly dollars? All the good stuff is usually $5,000 or more. My fear is that you look at the price point and you discount its value. You say it can't be that good if it's only $497. That's the bigger fear that I actually have, is that the value is discounted. It's hard to believe that it's as good as it is, and it's only $497. Now, price is relative, though. For some of you, $497 is a rounding error. You don't even think about it. For others of you, $497 is going to test your limits. So you got to decide whether it makes sense to keep the money you're holding on to right now or to put it up. And if you got to go get some money somewhere else in order to make it happen, then you got to have that question. Do I do this or not? But let me ask you a question in return. If not this, then what? Would you agree with me that you got to do something with your money to make it grow? Holding on to it is probably the worst thing that you could do, especially with inflation the way it is in the current economy. Every day you hold on to your money, it loses its value. It's like lighting it on fire a little bit each and every single day. So you got to make your money work for you some way, somehow. So if not this, then what? What are you going to be doing with the money? Whatever money you have to make it grow. And is the other thing as appealing to you as this is? Does the other thing provide to you the level of effectiveness that this provides to you? And I'm going to tell you the answer is no. Now, I've worked with 1,000 customers that have had this exact same problem, more than 1,000 customers. And I can tell you, oftentimes, here's what happens. They reach out to me. They say, Fladlin, I got to make money. Otherwise, I ain't going to make it through the end of the month. What should I do? And you say, listen, you got to do this thing right here. And if you got to invest in resources, you got to invest in resources. I don't care how tight the money is. You got to do something different to get a different result. And they say, but you don't get it. I can't make it through the month. And then 6 months later, I run into them at a seminar or a conference. And I say, what's the deal? They say, I need to make money before the end of the month. Otherwise, I'm going to make it. And I'm like, dude, you made it 6 months. They always find a way to make it every single time. But the mentality keeps them stuck because they hold on to their money for dear life. They white knuckle it. Their knuckles get white because they hold on to it so hard. And they won't part with it. So they always find a way to have enough to hold on to it till the end of the month, and then they get stuck in there. I know a guy that's done that for 10 years. And I said to him, his name is Brad. I said, Brad, if you were half as resourceful at doing a program as you are at finding ways to make only enough money to survive, I go, you'd be a millionaire multiple times older, because what you're doing is harder than becoming a millionaire. You have become so clever at figuring out how to stretch that money so far just to barely make ends meet, and you're doing that for 10 years straight. So if not this, then what? And what I'm going to tell you is, if you go out there and say the then whats, they're probably going to be even more expensive than this. They're probably going to be from people you know less than the people that you have on the call here today. And they're not going to be as opportune as these are. So the question isn't necessarily money, although I feel you, dude. I've been there before. I know what that's like. The question is, if I put the money in, am I going to get the value out? Am I going to get way more value out than I put the money in? And I'm confident that you will.
And I'm confident as well. And the crazy thing is now that we look at this, guys, there's 1,557 people. And again, 2 hours and 37 minutes ago, we had literally hit capacity multiple times at 5,000. And one thing that a lot of you guys may not know is, a little bit about Jason's background, but he actually has a similar background to a lot of us that are in here, which is growing up in environments where things are put into us that we don't know, but we believe because it's fed to us by somebody else who is fed that idea or fed that, that perception of thinking. And it's allowed us to basically create a disease within our mind to believe that we can't accomplish what we put our minds to. So Jason, for you, a lot of people are in environments right now or grew up in environments where, they haven't been told to believe in themselves, or they haven't been told about investing. Could you speak a little bit about, that?
I think, let me talk a little bit about that personally, right? So I was in an environment where my mom was a drug dealer. She went to prison for selling drugs. And there was times when we got food stamps and they would take the food stamps and sell them for money, for drugs, right? So this is some of the environment that I grew up in as I was in my formative years when I was younger. And in that environment, that's why I say about poverty is the best thing about being poor is not to be poor. If you want to help the poor, don't be one of them, because I've seen poverty from all sorts of angles. And the challenge with that is that people believe that that is their destiny. And they often look at it and say, hey, nobody's helping me out. I got a bad lot. I don't know anybody else being successful. Everywhere I look around me, people are operating from this one mindset. So I guess that's all that there is. Now, here's the good thing about that. If you can break through that, the harder you have to work to break through that, the more you will fly, the more you will soar. So the bigger the limitation that's been put on you, the sweeter it will be when you shatter that. The hardest people to help are the people that haven't had an adequate amount of pain and suffering to change their position. Those are the people that I have trouble helping, is the people that they're what Henry Thoreau calls men who live lives of quiet desperation. Their desperation is quiet because they get stuck in this comfortable numbness, this mediocrity of get by. They don't have enough pain to change. So I have empathy for you if you are in a situation right now where you're experiencing trauma and you're experiencing suppression. And I know what that's like. And I feel you. But at the same time, you can turn adversity into alchemy. That challenge that pushes you, that's how diamonds are made, through pressure, right? So any limitation that you have that's been placed on you, however it's been placed on you, has an opportunity for you to break the mold, to be the difference. That was my inspiration. My inspiration was twofold. One of it was, I was so poor growing up. I was like, we had a situation where I got my hand ripped open one day because I fell out of a tree. And my dad says, we can't go to the doctors. We can't afford it. It's Sunday. We have to go to the emergency room. So we're just not going to go. And so making decisions, I had the guts hanging out of my hands. Every time my heart beat, blood spurted out. It's insanity, right? And then making a decision based on money when a child is hurt and is bleeding out of their hand. And I made a resolution. I was 8 years old that day. I said, I will never put my kids in a position ever where if they need something that's important to them that I can't provide it, I will never do that at 8. And that started my hunger to get rich. That was a limitation that I had to break through. And I did it. And the other thing about this, though, is you also show everybody else what's possible. When you come back and you show people that doubted you what is possible, you won't change all of them, but some of them you will. Be the leader. Be the one that sets the precedence in your community, in your environment. And don't be surprised when people come along for the ride to help you. They can't lead like you, but they can support a leader. And then you can lift people up alongside of you. And that's so exciting. That's exhilarating. Is it worth more than the money? I don't know, man. The money's pretty good. But it's on par with it to lift other people up. But you have to be the change you want to see. It starts with you, my friend. Nobody else is going to save you. I hate to say that to you. Nobody else is going to save you. You got to save yourself first. And then you could go back and you could consider saving others. But nobody's going to save you. So you say, okay, if that's the deal, the best thing about the past, my friend, is that it's over with. It's done with. And the present is what you're in right now. So what has ever happened to you has led you here to this point in time. So it served you in that capacity because it's given you an opportunity now that you could take advantage of. And so, yes, I get it. Yes, it can be challenging. For some of you, it's going to be way harder than for others of you to make this decision. For some of you, you are facing nearly insurmountable odds right now. They're stacked against you. And you know what? You're going to do it anyway, because there is nothing more powerful than the spirit of a soul who refuses to quit. You come from the infinite. I don't know if you realize that. And within you is infinite potential. We just got to tap into that. And then you will go to places you can never imagine. You'll succeed in ways you can't even begin to fathom. Every single dream I had when I thought I was dreaming big, I have shattered. I thought I was dreaming big and I wasn't. Whatever I thought I could achieve, I went even further than that in reality because of the potential was there. I discounted my own potential. And all of us are doing the same thing right now. I'm still doing it, right? I'm still saying, man, I got more in me to give. But you will go farther than you can ever imagine. And I know that sounds ridiculous. We're talking about selling freaking clothing and apparel on the internet through a Shopify store using social media. And you say, Jason, you went biblical on us. You're damn right. I went there, right? Don't get it twisted. What we're really truly doing here is far deeper and greater than just selling clothing on the internet. Clothing is the vehicle. But what it represents for you is freedom. What it represents for you is an opportunity to do things differently than every single person around you has ever done and what you maybe thought was your fate before. It doesn't have to be that way. So, guys, I don't know. I kind of went in a lot of different directions there, but hopefully that was helpful to somebody at least.
Oh, man, we greatly appreciate it just because I needed to hear it. But more importantly, a lot of us in the environments and in the current state that we're in right now need to hear from a person who has done everything we're trying to do and has accomplished a lot of the goals that we have set for ourselves already. And we just can't thank you enough for coming on here and not only, preaching and giving, the information that people need to hear, but also taking some time out of your day to give to us and allow us to be, people who can actually listen and learn from you throughout this class. So, Jason, we greatly appreciate you. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're most welcome. And by the way, if you think it's hard right now, it's going to get harder.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't think it's going to get easier. And I know that that's not a positive message. That's not a lot of inspiration and motivation for you right now, but I'm here to help you. I'm not here to just motivate you. It's going to get harder. And when it gets harder, there's two things that happen. The first thing is as it gets harder, you better become more self-reliant, because the things that you used to count on that were there to help you, even if they weren't helping you as much as they should, they continue to evaporate. But here's the thing about when it gets harder. If you can lead during the hardest times, that's when you can make the biggest fortunes, because that's when you provide the most value. When people need leadership the most, that's an opportunity for you to finally lead. So it's going to get harder. So you got to do something different even more. The pressure is getting bigger any day. I don't know when it'll change. It'll change. It can never be a recession completely. By the way, recessions are the best time I've ever built businesses. It can never be winter 100% of the time. Sometimes it's got to be spring. Sometimes it's got to be fall. Okay. But we're in for a long winter right now, and the winter hasn't gotten cold enough yet. And so more than ever, the need for self-reliance is there. And more than ever, if you can take that leadership position, it will pay greater than it does under normal circumstances, because people need it from you now more than ever.
Man, thank you so much. And I personally aspire to be even greater than you. I don't like setting limitations on myself, but even greater than you. And again, we thank you so much for coming in here and blessing the stage for us and giving us some of your time. Again, we really appreciate it.
My pleasure, guys.
All right, man. Thank you. Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you guys too.
So guys, again, if you haven't already, make sure you guys go secure your spot at www.tezandshaq.com. Again, the link is in the chat right now. Again, real quick, just so we can see in the chat right now, how many of you guys found that time valuable, right? How many of you found that time valuable? Again, we brought on Jason Fladlin, the man, the myth, the legend himself, a guy who's made over $100 million doing what he's doing. And honestly, a person that I really look up to, and I've read his books multiple times. And as I told you guys, he's made me a lot of money. And at the end of the day, we brought him into this class because, again, we wanted to speak to the people who actually are looking to move the needle forward. This isn't just another class. This isn't just another opportunity. This isn't something that two other, Black kids could just put together, right? Like, we took 3 weeks to prepare this and to put together an opportunity for those of you who are truly interested in moving the needle faster than you've ever did before, with as much reassurance as possible. We put together something for Black Friday and Cyber Monday only for the people who are actually interested. And again, for those of you who aren't interested, look, you can feel free to leave at the end of the day. Or if you're just listening just to listen, by all means, we completely understand. However, those of you who have money just sitting around, like he said, you're losing money faster than you know it, right? Because of inflation. So at the end of the day, attach yourself to something that is going up, which is the business that you can create and the value that you can create for yourself after jumping into this program and taking this information and actually locking it in. Now, if you already jumped inside of this program, I want you to do us a quick favor and type "I'm in the chat. Me and Shaq personally want to thank every single person who has jumped into this program literally right now throughout this class. But guess what, guys? We're not done. We still have some more slides left for you guys. I know we've been talking for quite a while now, but again, we want to thank Jason Fladlin for coming on here. Again, the 9-figure webinar man himself came on here, blessed the stage for you guys, and allowed you guys to, actually receive the information and the value that you needed to hear today to actually move things. Because guess what? It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. Black Friday is 2 days away, right? Cyber Monday is just a few days away. So at the end of the day, I want you to remember something. You are going home to a family that is actually relying on you to move the needle. And if you're not doing anything about it, you have to ask yourself, how much do you actually love your family? How important is it for you to move forward? How excited are you about an opportunity that most people never get their hands on? These are real questions you have to ask yourself and real things that you have to answer. So we want to shout out Anthony for jumping inside of the program. Shout out to Andre for jumping inside of the program.
Shout out Ronald. Shout out Kilo. Shout out Jamari. Appreciate you. Shout out Chazy. Shout out Toya. Shout out Larry. Shout out Justin. Shout out Jason.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Everybody, again, type "I'm in the chat if you jumped inside of the program today and if you've already taken advantage of the opportunity and secured your spot. Now, what this program will solve for you is these things, all right? You'll know exactly how to market your brand online to increase sales, okay? On top of that, you'll have a game plan and a strategy when figuring out your branding. So look, you're not coming up with this stuff on your own. We literally walk you through it step by step inside of this program. On top of that, you'll no longer be afraid of running ads and instead be more inclined to start running these ads. On top of that, you'll know exactly how to build and fix a Shopify website in less time than you've ever probably thought is possible, right? On top of that, you'll know how to drive traffic without the ads. So look, me and Shaq have gone viral multiple times organically. And again, we're going to teach you the same exact tactics that we wish we would have known when we first started. On top of that, you'll be able to correctly legalize your business and understand taxes. Because again, you getting into this business, although we talked about LLCs and trademarking and things, again, we go in depth extremely inside of the program. However, understanding taxes and Uncle Sam, since that's the biggest cut that's going to hit you, is essential for your business. So this is exactly what we're going to be showing you inside of this program. But again, this program isn't for everybody, okay? There's 1,400 of y'all in here. And some of you in here who haven't typed I'm in the chat, you may have already taken advantage of this opportunity. But if you haven't, there's a couple different reasons why this may not be for you, all right? Number one, you may not know that there's a payment plan option on our website. So you can choose the option to do 2 payment plans or 2 payments of $275 if that's better for you. Also, on top of that, if you can't even afford that, if you can't afford the $275, again, guys, there's a PayPal credit option that you guys can utilize as well. But this course is for people who need another stream of income that can help pay for their mortgage, help pay for car notes, help pay for the groceries and the things that they need for the kids, right? This course is for people who want to build a brand that can outlive you, because I'm big on assets, right? And passing down real businesses that can actually be taken over from the kids that we have, right? This course is for people who want to quit their 9-to-5s. Again, I showed you multiple results and multiple people who have made a significant amount of money and have been able to work for themselves now after using this program. On top of this, this course is for people who want to have enough money to have options. Because what I've realized is you don't really just want money. You actually just want options. Yep. You want to be able to say, I want to do this and I'm going to do it without anybody telling you that you can't do it. And this is what this program is offering. All right. Now, on top of this, again, guys, this is a Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal. You will not see this tomorrow. You will not see this on Black Friday. You will not see this on Cyber Monday. This is the collaboration of the year. We will never bring this back again. All right. Now, on top of that, if you guys want to learn how to make money online and learn how to make it while you sleep, this program is for you. And again, if you want a business that can one day be automated, this is the perfect time for you to get into this program. Now, some of you are asking yourselves, like, how realistic is it to see success from this program and even Shaq's program? And can it actually work for you? So one thing that we're big on is receipts. So again, we have multiple people who are having huge days with their businesses, huge months, and are able to leave their 9-to-5s just from creating a vehicle, like Jason was saying, a clothing brand that can actually help them move forward in life. So even my student, No Limit Wine, took the program and was able to make $13,000 in 1 month. My student Malachi, he made over $7,000 in just 2 days, right? My student Flex, he made over $20,000 in just 30 days. My student Sharif, again, you guys saw Sharif himself. He made $40,000 in 1 month. He challenged himself to run his business with no ads and still made over $10,000. And then also shout out to my student Holly. She made over $10,000 in the very first 8 days of the month. Now, again, the only good thing about money is that you utilize it for things that are valuable. And you have to ask yourself, looking at all of the things that is listed right here, all of the bonuses that you're getting for free and the program itself and how in-depth it is, how valuable it is. And the next question you have to ask yourself is, if this is more valuable than the figure that you guys see right now.
Let us know in the comments, man.
And if it is, go ahead.
Let's wake this collab up, man. If y'all in the comments, y'all taking this information, let's get some fire emojis in this comment. Let us know you still active. Let us know you still taking in this information. We know we gave y'all a lot, and we know it's a lot to take in, but I'm telling y'all need this course. You need this program. Get it program. I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all got to get this.
So a big thing that we didn't actually talk about with Jason Flatland is disposable income. Right. So a lot of you guys are spending money on things that you don't need. Right. So the crazy part is you'll walk away from an opportunity like this just to go into on Black Friday and buy Gucci and buy Dior and buy Louis Vuitton to wear it for people who don't actually care about you. Right. To spend your last to impress people who were never there to begin with. Right. Who never cared about you to begin with. Right. So the thing is what we're suggesting is stop going out to eat so much. Stop taking every girl that you talk to in your DMs on a date and making you broke, bro. Right? Stop buying the Louis bags. Stop buying all of that stuff, at least for the next 30 days. And I promise you, if you stop buying those things and spending money on things that don't actually matter, you'll find the $497 that you need to take advantage of this opportunity when we both know that this is worth far more than $497. And since we had Jason Flatland on here himself, confirm it himself,
for free.
I promise you will never see this opportunity again. But once this is a collab program that you'll never again see. But again, when my program is back solo, I'm taking the price up. Because at the end of the day, you don't really value it yet. You don't really feel it yet. You don't really know if this is like, oh, should I do it or should I not? Like $4.97 is just too low for the amount of information, the amount of game that you guys are getting. But when we add in Shaq stuff amongst mine, it's an absolute no-brainer. So again, go to www.tezandshaq.com and make sure you guys secure your spot. Again, if it's not working for you, make sure you open up a new browser and a new tab to actually work and use it. All right. Now, here's the thing. You spend only $4.97 today, and we both know that Black Friday is 2 days away. So here's what I know. Here's what me and Shaq know for a fact. Money replenishes. You're going to make another $4.97. You're going to get paid Friday. You're going to get paid again next Friday. You're going to probably get paid again next Friday unless you get, you quit your job or you get fired from your job. But what we do know is that, in a sense, money does grow on a tree because right now you're trading time for money. However, in this program, our goal is to show you how to trade your time for money in your business. So that way you don't have to trade no more time while making money with your business. So again, make sure you guys go click the link in the chat right now. And the big thing is we talked about habits already, so we'll go ahead and skip over this. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to do this with just information, right? You're not going to be able to do this with just information. So the things that you're getting, like a group coaching call with me and Shaq, or a free design class with me and Shaq, and most importantly, 30 days free inside of my Discord server, you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with a community of people. You're doing it with people who actually care. And this is why you need to take advantage of the opportunity. Again, you're either going to make money, or you're going to make excuses, but you can't do both. So what I strongly urge you to do is ask yourself, look in the mirror, look down at your phone right now and ask yourself, am I going to make another excuse as to why I can't get this? Am I going to just, lounge around and hope that something happens? Or am I going to actually make the investment, take the opportunity that I need, that my family needs and are relying on me on, and actually utilize this? Because there's a statistic, right? 7% of people who purchase courses, only 7% of them actually open the course. So even if you jump into this program, there's a good chance that you probably won't even open it. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to change my habits? Am I going to use my money the right way? And am I going to use my time the right way when I get this information? Because we give you everything you need, but what you do with that information is completely up to you. Me and Shaq can't control that. Right. So go to www.tezandshaq.com. Type I'm in the chat right now if you guys already jumped in. Shout out to Deontay as well for jumping in the program. Now, again, just a quick reminder before we get into our Q&A section of today's class, you will never see this offer ever again outside of this class, nor will you ever see these bonuses ever again. This was extremely limited. This was only for Black Friday. This was only for Cyber Monday. We gave y'all a pre-Black Friday and a pre-Black Cyber Monday sale price as well. So again, you will never see this after today. All right. And there's a quote by Aristotle that I absolutely love right before we get into the Q&A section. It's criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. I'm going to repeat that. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. So if you really don't know what that means, it means, look, if you're afraid of what your friend gonna say, your mom gonna say, your dad gonna say, your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband, if you're afraid of what they're gonna say, just don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna get talked about, you're gonna get made fun of no matter what you do. But me and you both know doing nothing is not an option. It's too many people relying on you. It's too many decisions that you need to make that other people are gonna have to react from. So ask yourself, are you making the right decision by sitting here and doing nothing? Only you can answer that. And the last thing before we get into it is time, right? Time is the most evenly dispensed thing amongst all of us. You see, we brought Jason Fladlin, a guy who has made over $100 million plus, into this class today. And let me fill you in on something. You see, time is something we can't get back. So although we brought on somebody who's made 9 figures, he still can't get that time back with all the money in the world. Me and Shaq, we can't get back our 2 hours and 58 minutes and 43 seconds, and neither can you. So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to go at this by yourself with the hopes to see success faster, but you may actually get deterred and it may take you 2-3 years? Are you willing to sacrifice that much time when you can actually utilize us, the time that we sacrificed and the information that we put into one program to help you not sacrifice that type of time, not lose the type of money that we've lost dealing with manufacturers, working with ads, posting content? If you want to save time, jump inside of the program. Again, the link is in the chat right now. Guys, we're going to jump into our Q&A section right now. We have still 1,328 people. The deal is still on the table right now with all of the bonuses and everything. We actually forgot about our timer. So what we're going to do is we're going to set an 8-minute timer right now. So look, only the people who purchase within the next 8 minutes who have already secured their spot are going to get these bonuses right now. Now, other than that, go ahead, guys, and start hitting us with your questions. We're going to answer every single question. We did not forget about the $1,000 giveaway. What we're actually going to do is break that $1,000 up into $250. So we're going to give away $250 to 4 people in tonight's class before we get off of here. So make sure you guys go ahead and drop your questions in the Q&A only tab or drop your questions in the chat right now. Okay, we want to answer every single question that you guys have, so please let us know. Real quick, we've been standing this entire time, so we're going to go grab some chairs so we can sit down and make sure that we knock out all of your questions, all of your concerns, and all of those different things. So again, the time is ticking, 7 minutes and 13 seconds. We want to see all your questions right now, so go ahead and drop your questions in the chat, and while you're doing that, we will go ahead and pull up some chairs so we can actually get comfortable and get things moving for you. All right. All right, y'all. I made sure to buy this class, gang. I'm ready. Shout out to Kilo for jumping inside of the program. I didn't receive a confirmation after payment. Hey, Jameer, you might want to check your 1 second, guys. Let me fix this chair. Good. Yep. Perfect. All right. So Jameer said I didn't receive a confirmation. So guys, if you didn't receive a confirmation, check your email, or you may have typed it wrong. So go to support@ecomwithtez.com. If you guys have any questions or concerns at all and need our assistance from my support team, they are on standby as we speak. I didn't receive. We already answered that one. All right. So again, guys, drop all of your questions in the Q&A only tab right now. We're going to go ahead and knock out all of them. So Ken said, where do you find the best designers? So if you want to find designers, guys, you can also check out Fiverr, Fiverr. You ever heard of Upwork?
I heard of that. I used Fiverr before. I'm more familiar with Fiverr.
Yeah, same. So guys, you want to check out Fiverr.com, Fiverr. Yep. What is the basic step-by-step breakdown from start to launch? You want to give them a quick one?
A quick step-by-step breakdown from start to launch. So basically, I'll just give you my breakdown on how I started. So basically, what I did was when I first started, I reached out to a manufacturer. Well, a manufacturer actually reached out to me. So basically, we were talking about my best way of starting because I really didn't have the funds that I needed to start how I wanted to start. So we came up with doing it on the pre-order type of side, which is, we go more in depth in that in the program. But basically, what you do is you get some samples in, you get as many pictures and content of your sample to make sure the most people see it. Once you get the sample, you get your Instagram page, you post it up, get as many content continuously coming in, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you can do. On drop day, you still post the content, you get the sales in for a pre-order. That means that you're getting the money in before you actually pay your manufacturer. You get all your orders in. Once you get your payout, you pay your manufacturer whatever the price is for the bulk. You get those in, you ship them out. That's like the quickest breakdown I can give you of how to step-by-step start to launch. Literally.
How do we have a chance to get a dinner / fly out with you guys? Well, if you jump into this class or if you jump into the program and this opportunity, we're going to be choosing on, what is it, Monday? Yeah, we're going to choose, actually, we should probably choose Tuesday. Because Monday. Yeah, Monday's Cyber Monday. So we're going to choose the raffle giveaway winner on Tuesday of next week. I know y'all be using Procreate. What's the iPad you use for that?
You can use any one. Just make sure it's up to date. I think the latest update is like the 16 version, if I'm not mistaken. But any iPad is available. I mean, it's able. You just got to make sure that you have the proper update.
Exactly. Any tips for logo? How did you get your logo made?
So me, I'm basically like name centered with my logos. Like all of my logos are centered around my brand name because branding is important, and your name being known as the brand before a design is very important as well. So a lot of people like to get glitter designs and a lot of different things to take away from what you're actually trying to push with the logo with the brand. So your logo and your brand name should kind of resemble what the meaning behind the brand. So however you decide to put that out, always make sure you remember that it needs to at least let people know what this brand is about. So that's just like a simple way to put it of how to come up with a logo. Like just make sure that in some way it's explaining the meaning of the brand. It doesn't have to be something that people grasp immediately because you want it to have some type of like, what is this about? So people can come and actually get a feel for what you're selling. But in a summary, you just make sure that the brand logo and name resembles what the brand actually is putting out.
Exactly. Joshua said best marketing tactics. I would really think about stories. Like how can you tell stories through your content? That would be the number one tip that I could give you because a lot of how I built my brand and my marketing is all storytelling. From my do-rag brand to having a kid young to showing people I had a kid to my clothing brand representing love and family and things like that. We always created storylines for our brands to help people not only nurture them, but also help them remember who we are and help us stand out amongst all of the other brands that are out there.
Definitely.
Sunday said, what if you have no social media presence? What is the best way to build your following? The best way to build your following is consistently post.
Yep.
Like for both of us,
everybody start with no social media presence.
Yeah, literally. Like
everybody starts the same way. Nobody starts and immediately has a social media presence. You have to build it. So like Jason was saying, if he was listening, the way to actually build is to continue to post.
Exactly.
If you're not posting, is literally saying, I don't want no money. If you want money, you're going to continue to post until you actually start to grow. That's literally what I did. Like a quick backstory on me. When I first started, my brand initially did 16,000 the first drop. And that wasn't my luck. That was because I had a big following. That was because I literally every day I posted 3 videos a day and I posted a picture twice a week to make sure that what I was finna get ready to drop was being seen. So I posted my growth, literally.
And that's the same exact thing for me. When we had huge days, I was personally posting them on my personal page and my business page. So that's a big thing that you guys want to do for yourselves as well. How do I run ads for Instagram? It's actually very easy. You can either use the blue boost button that is on Instagram, or you can use Facebook ads and connect your Facebook ads to your Instagram account. However, we do talk about that in depth inside of the scenario method, which you get for free when you jump inside of the program. All right. Larry, what's the best method to grow your sales on Shopify if you don't really know what you're doing? Honestly, is just posting a lot of content.
That's literally it.
Like there's like, I know it seems like rocket science, guys. And then again, there is some tactics that we give you inside of the program that we're not going to share with you right now because that's the reason we created the program. Right. However, if you're trying to increase sales on Shopify, you really got to post more. You got to get more, you got to get more traffic to your website. And then on top of that, ask yourself, is your website converting at the best pace, right? Yep. Is the website speed fast enough? Are you getting as many people as possible to your website? Like if you only have 1,000 people coming to your website a month, you can't really expect to make $600,000 a month, right? So y'all, the timer is going off right now. All of those bonuses that we told y'all about, look, it's 1,200 of y'all in here. And Jason literally told us to open up more spots to help more people because these are souls that we're talking about. So what I'm going to do is, since you guys still didn't take action on the 8 minutes, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Now, for those of you who've just been thinking, it's your last 5 minutes. All right. Yeah. So China, how do we have a good website design?
Yeah. So basically what he was just saying is but to go more in depth, websites should be clean. It should get straight to the point. You don't want people spending too much time on your website to find exactly what they're looking for. So the way to do it, as soon as I get on your site, I need to see what's popping. I need to see your biggest products. The what brought me here needs to be available as soon as I get on the site. Because for one, if I'm coming to your site and this is a new site, if I gotta go search too much, I'm done. I don't want to do it. Another thing, making sure your checkout screen is set up perfectly. Checkout is very important because a lot of people get to the checkout and get stuck, see a shipping price that's outrageous, something of that, and just immediately leave the site. So make sure things are easy to find. The checkout page is where it needs to be. Your images are clean. The background is not too color. Don't let the website outdo the products. Exactly. A lot of people like to make their website outdo the products. Do not let your website outdo the products. Make the products pop more than the designs on the website. And that's literally all you need.
Literally. I don't think I could have explained it any better. Taylor said best days and times to post content. So honestly, Mondays really don't hit for real.
It don't.
So we found that, I think we can both agree, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is like a hit or miss.
Yep.
Sunday maybe, but those are kind of the best days to post 2 to 3 times. However, that doesn't mean that you don't post on those other days.
Yep.
Like your algorithm may work differently than me and his. Like sometimes his post may hit on a Monday and mine won't, or mine may hit on a Tuesday and his won't. Like it's really the matter of posting consistently. It's not a matter of what time I should do it at in the day. Like really, how often are you posting? If we were to dissect, there's 1,243 people in here right now, and I know a lot of y'all have a business. If we were to dissect why you're not getting more business or why you're not getting more sales, hands down, it would probably be because you're not making enough content.
Yep.
Or your content's just not good enough.
And literally on Instagram they have insights. So it literally lets you know what days are popping the most for you, but they cannot give you an accurate stat unless you actually posting enough so they can average out what really works best and what don't work. So in order to figure out what's the best times to post, you have to post a lot in the beginning to see which days get the most interactions from your followers.
Exactly.
That's it.
When drop shipping, how do people purchase the items from me? So basically, they're already buying it from you. You're creating the Shopify store. When people buy it from you, they're basically giving you the money to actually pay for the product itself. So that's exactly how it's going to work. Like literally, you're just the middleman. There's your site, there's the customer, and then there's the manufacturer. The customer is going to buy it from you. You're going to buy it from the manufacturer. The manufacturer is going to ship it directly to the customer after you put in their information. There's a bunch of different apps that we talk about in the A to Z dropshipping course with Honcho that will allow you guys to automatically integrate and move all of those words and criterias and things over without you having to type up all that stuff. But trust me, I promise, inside of this program, hands down, especially with the free bonuses that you guys are getting, when you take advantage within the next 1 minute and 48 seconds, I promise you, dropshipping is going to be an ease when you jump into this program. All right. Yep. So somebody asked, Ken, how to set up a pre-order payment for the websites? For the websites.
How to set up a pre-order payment for the website.
So what I would recommend is using the app called Pre-order.
He put me on this.
Pre-order Manager 2.0.
Yep.
Now, I wasn't going to share this with you guys because it is in the program. But again, there's a bunch of different things that's in this program that you absolutely need. Yep. So one just for you, again, is going to be Pre-order Manager 2.0, right? Now, this will allow you to set up your entire pre-order process through one app and keep everything segmented into one app. That way you're not spread out amongst all these different platforms and things like that. Like literally it makes it extremely, extremely easy. And guys, we're coming up on the end of our questions. So if you have more questions, please drop them right now. We're taking the rest of our time right now to go ahead and answer every single question possible. So whatever it is, there is no stupid question. Please let us know. We are trying to literally help you right now. Like if you ever wanted to get an answer from me and Shaq, right now is the time to ask it. So either drop it in the chat or drop it in the Q&A only portion of the chat. All right. Andre asks, how do you determine shipping prices and return policies?
Okay. So the way I determine my shipping prices is pretty much based off of my profit. So like I was saying in the beginning, when I was giving my example, profit is very important. A lot of people don't account for their profit on a lot of different scales. That's why in the program, we go more in depth on how exactly to make your profit margins. But if I was to determine my shipping prices, my shipping prices would be based off of how much this product is worth from the manufacturer, not how much I'm selling it, how much is worth from the manufacturer, and how much more extra would I be willing to pay this manufacturer. So if the manufacturer is charging me $25 for a hoodie, and I know that it's going to cost me probably $8 to ship it, but I'm willing to pay that manufacturer $5 more for this product, that's going to be my shipping cost. I'm just going to go ahead and make my initial investment to the manufacturer in my mind $30. So when I pay that out and I'm setting my price, I already know that extra $5 that I threw on that investment is my shipping cost to my customer. So in the long run, it's like you're not really losing because you done already accounted for in inventory.
Exactly.
It's just a system, but it's definitely in the program. We got y'all. And for return policies, I would allow return policies, but you got to put a limit, a date limit on it, because we got people that wear clothes and try to ship it back. They wanted to wear it for an event or anything like that. But if I do a return policy, it have to be sent back to me the same way I sent it to you.
Exactly.
You can't return anything that you done opened, worn, or anything like that. If you take it out the pack, cool. But I know how it looks when it's been on the body. And if you think you're gonna return that to me, you're not doing that.
and in the program, guys, we also have a section literally on policies. So return policy, privacy policy, terms of service, refund policy, shipping policies. Like we go over every single one and literally step by step tell you exactly how to pull these things to make it easy and make it understandable for your customers. All right. Now, Braden said, how do you know what the GSM feels like of a piece since you aren't with the manufacturer?
Great question. Manufacturers will actually send you a sheet of every fabric material they have in a warehouse. Literally, whatever you need to fill, they can send you that. So you can actually fill it. It's called a... What they call the little book? I don't know. We're just gonna call it the fabric book.
Yeah.
It's called the fabric book. You can literally ask for it. They can send it to you, and you can fill whatever you need to fill to see if you really want to move forward with the manufacturer or not.
Exactly. Can you connect your iPad to your label printer, or do you need a laptop? Yes, you can connect it to your label printer as long as you have a Bluetooth label printer or you have a cord that has an adapter.
Yeah.
What I recommend is getting the new Rollo label printer. It has the Bluetooth option, so you can literally print your orders out either from your phone, you can print it out from your computer, or you can print it out from your iPad and literally send the labels over to the printer and literally just ship it out. Ronald said, how much inventory is good start with if you haven't answered that already? So for me and Shaq, we both would pretty much recommend people to start with pre-orders.
Yep.
Now, when you're starting with pre-orders, there's really no accurate amount of inventory. You're just taking as many orders as possible within a 72-hour time span. But if you were to start with inventory, it's kind of hard to tell you, but I would probably say 3 pieces of each size. Mm-hmm. So if you're starting with like 2 different color shirts, then I would get like 3 pieces of small, 3 medium, 3 large, 3 extra large, and things like that. And then as they're selling, I will look at which ones are selling the fastest, because those are going to be your best sellers. And the ones that are selling the slowest, those are going to be your slow sellers. And you tend to want to still restock them, but you don't want to go crazy on the restock. So if I know that my small, medium, and large are going crazy, but I know 2X and 3X aren't really going crazy, I'll still buy maybe 2 or 3 2X and 3X. However, I'm going to buy more small, medium, and large because that's what more of my customers want. And again, we do go in depth on this as well inside of the program. Ken, are y'all willing to, we can skip that. Have you ever, Deontay, have you ever been in debt with your business? If so, how did y'all overcome it? Have you ever been in debt? Nah. So yeah,
I seen somebody.
The SWAT.
The SWAT.
That's
the name of it.
SWAT.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
The SWAT book.
So me personally, I've never been in debt with any of my businesses. However, if you were trying to overcome debt, then you should jump into this program because we're going to show you how to make money with it. However, let me not be, joking or nothing like that. If you wanted to get out of debt with your current business, I think the best thing to do is introduce a new product that may be able to resonate with your audience more. Now, also doing deals on these products as well will help a lot. And even doing pre-orders, like until you close out your debt, you shouldn't even be buying no more inventory if you're not going to be dropping new stuff that can actually sell. So you might want to just do pre-orders on products that you think might sell and only take pre-orders until you clear your debt.
Because you got to think, people, you got to create demand before you create supply. And a lot of people try to get the supply before they get the demand, and they wonder why they be sitting on stuff for so long. If you just really take your time with this process and actually enjoy the growth as it's happening for your brand, you wouldn't be too worried about sitting on inventory that's not moving, being in debt with your business or anything like that, because you're building demand first.
Exactly. Anthony said, what do you guys think of business loans? Okay, let me be honest with you. You see, Shopify offers business loans, and I do recommend them, especially during holidays. And this is when they tend to actually give you the most amount out of loans. However, do not get carried away with loans. Okay, they eat at your profit. Okay, yes, they can give you a great amount of money up front, but you got to remember that it's still taken away from the profit of the inventory that you're about to order. So when you start counting that money that's coming in, no, it's not all yours. Even though they don't charge you monthly for that loan, they'll take a percentage of each one of your sales. So if you're not talking about Shopify loans, if you're talking about different loans, I would not recommend starting with a loan to start your business, because if you haven't proven the concept, if you haven't proven that a product may work, if you haven't proved that your services are going to work, you taking the money out on a loan just on a hope, you still have to pay that money back regardless of what you think is going to happen or what actually happens. So if things flop with your clothing brand and you pulled a $50,000 line of credit, guess what? You still got to pay back that $50,000. Like the bank don't want to hear that, oh, my Shopify went down on Black Friday. Like this is exactly why we created the program that we have now. That way you don't make crazy amounts of, you don't take crazy loans with crazy interest rates, especially right now. You should not be taking any loans right now, especially with how interest rates are going. If you are, and if you have within the last 6 months, I can personally guarantee that you are being effed over right now on the interest rate.
Yep.
It is my job to inform you. It is our job to inform you. It is our job to educate you on this. I sold cars for a period of my life, right? In selling cars, a lot of it took me understanding interest rates, loans, and banks. So if you're taking anything right now without knowing if what you're going to sell is going to sell, you're messing yourself up in the long run. Okay.
Correct.
Twin, when buying from a manufacturer, how much should you pay for a jogger set?
That definitely depends on the manufacturer and the quality, and that depends on a lot. It's no right set amount that you should be able to pay. It just depends on the manufacturer that you're working with. But luckily in our program, we got the manufacturers to work with at the best price points possible for the best quality possible. So you really even have to worry about if you get overcharged for the jogger set or anything like that, because you made sure all that was done for you.
Now, on top of that, just to piggyback off what Shaq said, I added in negotiating tactics inside of my exclusive vendors list. So I teach you how to negotiate with these manufacturers. But however, again, it depends on the manufacturer, depends on the product. But a big thing as well is it depends on the type of design that you're getting, right? Because it depends on the quality and what type of, you're getting polyester or whatever, but it also depends on the type of printing that you get, or if you get embroidery, or if you get like any other type of printing technique that is on your product, that actually weighs in on the price of that product. So I guess we could tell you to, just try to negotiate and get it as low as possible. However, this is why we created a program, and this is why we have limitless investments as well, to help educate you guys on the best prices that you should be paying, how to get around finessing, manufacturers and scammers and all of that.
We got y'all the finesse game for real.
Oh God. Somebody said, D said, how do you deal with sizing issues and make sure products come in the correct size for Americans?
That's basically more on you than anything. So that's up to you to do that research to make sure that you actually understand sizing and how it converts in different, countries or whatnot, because not everybody uses the same size chart. Like Pakistan might going to use the closest to the US that you can find. China does not use the same size chart. So when it comes to China, you got to know exactly how to convert it, but that's up to your research and how much you dive into it. But luckily, if you get this program, we will show you exactly what you need to do to get the right material for you, literally.
Now, I want to be blunt and honest with y'all. I want to ask y'all a question, and I want nothing but honest feedback. If we're being honest right now, me and you both know that you're trying to do something that you've never done before. Right. And at the end of the day, me and Shaq, there's no better people to learn from than me and Shaq. However, there's 1,168 of y'all in here. And again, I'm a very blunt and honest and real person. I want to ask you a real question. I want a real response from all of you that are in here. What is the thing that's holding you back from jumping into this program? What question do you have that we can answer? What thing are you nervous about? What do you fear? Like, tell me everything as far as what's holding you back from taking this opportunity and running with it. I want to see it in the chat right now. And again, we are coming up on the end of our questions. So please keep giving us your questions in the Q&A only tab so we can make sure we tend to them. But right now, what I need you to do is let me know right now what's holding you back from jumping into this opportunity that we have in front of you right now for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. All right. Now, Marquis said, what's the best print or fabric to use, or what's your favorites?
Okay. So the best print and fabric just depends on your personal, preference. But for me personally, my favorite print to use is a silicone print. I just like to be able to feel, my print when it's on my clothing. And my favorite fabric is, of course, cotton. Like, I just love cotton. Like, you can't go wrong with 100% cotton. I like terry fleece. That's also a good one. And nylon. Like, look at this set. Like, how can you not like something like this and keep you comfortable, not too hot, not too cool. You know what I'm saying? Not too much wind getting through. You don't hear too much of the swoosh noise. You know, I just like it. You know, that's just my personal preference.
I think for me, I would have to go with 100% polyester, nylon. I think my favorite printing is going to be embroidery. Like for all of my stuff that I've ever dropped from my brand has been embroidery. And the reason I like it is because it doesn't fade. It doesn't come off easily.
Nope.
It doesn't really have a lot of problems when it comes to washing it. So those are just a couple of our favorites.
Yep.
Lamar said, I want to know how you ran the ads to target customers for this training today. Okay, so Lamar, inside of this program, there's a bonus that's free when you jump in today. That's called the scenario method. Now, I break down 3 different scenarios on how you should run ads, and also the 3 different scenarios that you're going to run up against when running ads as far as why you're not getting sales. So we break that down in there. However, what you're mainly doing is connecting your Instagram to your Facebook account, and you're going to be spending a daily budget every single day on ads to get people to your website to actually convert. And then after that, again, we talk about, how to have a good converting website. We talk about how to get free samples. We talk about so many different things inside of this program. Again, your job is to have a clean website, so when the traffic gets there, there's nothing holding them back from purchasing from you. Okay. Let's see. Can we make history in 2023? Absolutely.
Of course.
Anthony, are there free mock-ups in the course? Yes, there is a full mock-up tech template when you jump in today. I paid for the sauce, so for those of you that pay, would be able to highlight the manufacturer that really got the sauce, because 60 is a lot, and I know I'm not going to hit up every single one of them. If you don't hit up every single one, you got to ask yourself, how dedicated are you to this process? Are clothes that shrink considered bad?
It's a good question. Are clothes that shrink considered bad? I wouldn't say bad.
Yeah.
I would just say you probably used the wrong type of washing cycle to actually wash the clothes. Like some clothes that literally let you know exactly how you should handle when it comes down to taking care of it. Like most clothing be dry cleaners only. Some things like that. So I wouldn't say it's just bad material. It's just that you probably didn't handle it correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fire. I got 2 windows open. I paid and got your training open now. Shout out to Lamar for jumping inside of the program. Let's get it. I know I keep asking, but what do you suggest if you didn't receive an email? Jameer, if you probably put your email in wrong. I'm putting our customer support email in the chat right now, so you can go ahead and reach out to us right there, and we'll make sure that we take care of you guys. We did not forget about the $1,000 giveaway or the four giveaways of $250. We didn't forget. We are answering every single question that is in here. So whatever you're fearful of, whatever you're scared of, whatever you're confused about, whatever you need help with or question answered, drop it right now, because again, we're giving you the opportunity. Try to message us after this. 9 times out of 10, our phones are going to be on fire. So with that being said, make sure you guys ask us right now while you have us here. Again, the link is in the chat right now. If you haven't already taken advantage of the opportunity that we have for you guys, real quick, I'm going to just show you guys how it'll work when you guys go to the website itself, right? Now, for those of you who are interested in jumping into this program, if you have at any time any questions or need help, you guys can click Let's Chat right here, and it'll directly take you over to email our team, right? Now, on top of this, one big thing that you guys can see is that when you come in, you're going to have to put your full name, your email, and your phone number, right? Now, when you click play or when you click go to the next step, you're going to have a couple different payment plan options, right? So you're going to have the course itself where you guys can use your debit card or credit card. You can use PayPal. You can use your regular credit card here, or you can use PayPal using this. Again, all you have to do is click here and click PayPal, and it'll literally bring up the PayPal option for you if you guys want to take that. If you want to use PayPal credit, feel free to go ahead and use that as well, okay? So we just showed you guys how to actually take advantage of this opportunity. I don't know why this tab is popping up. Let's see if we can exit this out. Boom. Okay, perfect. So again, www.tezandshaq.com is where you guys can go to take advantage of the opportunity that is in front of you right now. All right, now while that's loading, we're just going to let that sit. But if you jumped inside of the program, type I'm in the chat right now so we can know that you guys jumped in, and we want to make sure that we shout out every single person. Now, real quick, I just want to make sure that these aren't bots. There's 1,138 people in here right now. Drop something in the chat if you're alive. If you like the class, so far, drop it in the chat. If you're still alive, if you're hanging in there, you're waiting for us to get to the giveaway, or you're looking for something, drop something in the chat right now. All right. Amir, what's your go-to material for your merch? Man, it really depends on the piece.
Yeah, it really depends on the piece.
Yeah, that we can't give you a set answer on that one just because it depends on the type of product that we're trying to start with. Tyjon said, how do you get started? By going to www.tezandshaq.com.
The best way to get started. You ain't gonna find no better way to start than going to their site.
I know you guys talked about branding, but it's okay for your domain to be slightly different from your brand name. Yeah. It's not a big, huge problem, but you do want them to be closely related.
So
Jaquan said, I'm in. Shout out to Jaquan for jumping inside of the program. Real quick, I just want to see who's alive in here. Like, for real, like, are y'all alive still, or are we dealing with bots? Like, it's 1,100 people in this class. Look, let me tell y'all something. We ain't getting off this class until y'all start getting active. All right, and we ain't getting to the giveaway until y'all start getting active in the chat. So let us know if you're still alive in the chat. Should I get a storage unit to get product or in an office space?
That's on your, your personal preference. I had both, and I literally had the same results coming in and out of both. So it really just depends on your preference. Neither one really changed the outcome of the business itself. So that's nothing that you really have to just think too hard on. It's basically which one you rather have.
Exactly, and which one's also closer to you.
That too.
1 second, guys. We're just reading. I'm alive. Hey, look, I want to see all y'all questions right now. What questions do you guys have that we have not answered yet? I know you got one on your mind. We want to make sure that we can help you guys as much as humanly possible. So let us know in the chat right now. All right, let us know. Stop playing on a single video right now, getting sturdy. Y'all are funny. Is it good to have the Power by Shopify on the website?
I mean, not too many customers pay attention to that, but it's good to make your website seem like it's 100% your website. Like, that wouldn't hurt.
And you can easily remove that.
Yeah, that's easy.
We talk about that in the program, but also that's something easily YouTubeable, like how to remove Power by Shopify on Shopify store.
Literally takes like 20 seconds.
My girl did a seminar. She says she has a lot of the same info from her seminar. What makes y'all different from the rest? Well, let me ask you this. How many other people have you gone to who have 2 successful brands? Well, 3 now, right? 3 successful brands, but on top of that, have been in this space for multiple years, who have failed multiple times and still got back up and are still in business profitably. And also, how many of them have been able to bring on a person who's made over $100 million to talk to you? What makes us different from the best is that we actually care.
A person he paid $4,000 to meet.
Right.
Y'all guys heard something from him for free.
For free.
That's just something to think about. He paid $4,000 to meet the guy. You guys heard the guy for free.
Literally, you heard it. That's crazy. I paid $4,000 here, but y'all ain't pay a lick of nothing. That's crazy.
Nothing.
So let's talk about our schedule. All right, come on, let's talk about our schedule. Walk them through a day-to-day with Shaq.
Okay, so let's just say drop week schedule. A drop week schedule on a Monday. If I'm dropping on a Friday, my Monday would go like, okay, Monday would be my content build day. So for most people, I know a lot of y'all think that most people do content every day. Not true. I do a lot of my content on one set day. So the rest of the week, I don't have to focus on that part anymore. So if I go ahead and get all my content out on Monday, for the rest of the week, all I got to do is just post it. Okay, Tuesday might just be just, making sure little small things are checked off with my my manufacturer. Like Tuesday might just be me making calls with the manufacturers, making calls with, my website people, the store, making sure everything's coming in the way it's supposed to be, checking on shipments, making sure my inventory is straight, making sure the warehouse is straight for when the inventory come in. All those little things is what I'll be doing on a Tuesday. Maybe go live, do something on my page to make sure that this drop is going to go how I need to go. So all day Tuesday, I will be just focused on content, posting, making sure everything is organized and ready for when Friday gets here. On a Wednesday is usually when I'm just flooding content, because you never want to stop flooding content. But like I said, I make all my content on Monday. So Wednesday, I might just sit at home all day, but I'm just uploading the content because I've made all this content on Monday. So Wednesday might just be a do nothing day for me. Thursday, I'm just checking. Listen, like literally, my schedule is so easy, but it seems hard to most people because y'all like, no way is this easy. That's what a lot of people thinking. Like, no way is that easy to see what y'all saying. No, it's literally that easy. On a Monday, I probably just record a bunch of videos. That probably be my busiest day of the week on a Monday. Just recording as much content as possible. Tuesday, I'm making sure everything is great. Wednesday, I'm just sitting back uploading that content. Thursday, we just checking out small things, making sure when that thing drop on Friday, everything look how it's supposed to look. We checking pictures. We just really just sitting back chilling, like literally just chilling, like chilling, waiting on this Friday drop to get here. Like, if I do anything that takes too much time, it's probably for somebody else. Anything that I'm doing for myself literally takes nothing at all. Nothing at all. Like, literally, I just make sure the site's straight. I make sure my team is, everything is up to date at the warehouse. We got everything. We got the space ready for the shipment that's going to come in. I make sure the site is right. Once that all that is checked off, I'm just uploading content. Literally, that's it. Upload content, wait on the drop day. Once drop day come in, we get the inventory in. We get the shipping our orders. We try to get our orders out at least in a day. So the rest of the week, we send back waiting on the customer to get their orders and let them do the promotion for us. So they start posting drops, getting orders in, all this other stuff. That's free promotion for you.
Absolutely.
So really, man, when I say the schedule is easy, it's easy, but it doesn't get easy until you set up everything that needs to happen to make sure that it runs the way mine run. But that didn't happen overnight. That happened by me actually putting in time with content, draining nothing but content nonstop. Like, if you follow me, you know you see content all the time. I'm either online or my story is live. You never know.
Yo, so real quick, guys, me and Shaq actually partnered up with a financing company that'll allow you guys, if you can't afford this right now, to get a chance at affording it utilizing the payment plans that this company offers. So what I'm doing right now is, if you can't afford the course right now through our regular link, I just dropped a link for you guys to go ahead and test out your luck to see if you're able to utilize the payment plan option that we have for you. So the link is right there in the chat. If you can't afford it, but you know you want to take advantage of this for sure, make sure you guys go ahead and tap in with this link. Now, real quick, we're going to actually give you guys, actually, let me ask y'all, do y'all want a sneak peek of one of our videos from inside of the program? Like, let us know in the chat. Like, for some of you in here, there's 1,093 people in here, and maybe some of you are just wondering, is the quality or the value actually going to be there inside of this program? And I want to answer that for you personally, right? So should we show y'all one video from out of the program? Let us know in the chat right now. Let us know right now if you want to see one clip, one video from the program. Yo, we need more yeses than that. We got over 1,000 people in this class. Like, the chat should be on fire right now, yo. Like, we should see way more yeses than that. Don't ruin it for everybody else, y'all. If you don't say nothing right now, we will not show you this video, all right? My clothing line is called God Made, but it's stuck in design because I don't know what people assume it's only for Christians. How would y'all dissect that? You have to be better with your targeting and addressing what your brand is, what it is, and the meaning of it.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is material. How do I figure out which material is the best? Again, order the swatch.
Yep.
I'm currently driving, but I didn't fully hear when y'all were talking about what type of print do y'all prefer on cotton tee. We're going to talk about that shortly. As far as shipping with Shopify, do you take in the product to a post office or put them in the mailbox and have the mail person pick it up? You take it to USPS and you drop it off. All right.
Yep.
All right. There we go. There's the yeses we like to see. All right. So what we're going to do right now is play a clip. Right now, we're going to go ahead and remove our camera so you guys can pay attention to the clip that we have within the program. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. Again, the payment plan option, real quick, I'm going to just do this first. We're going to head here. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a special clip from inside of this program. And again, look at all of the information that you guys are getting access to today. We go over literally everything when it comes to starting your brand. So again, if you're trying to start a clothing brand, if you're trying to start any type of brand, this is the program that you want to get into. Is the most comprehensive clothing brand program in the world. Now, real quick, before I start this video, I'm going to go ahead and drop this link to the payment plan option right now in the chat right now. and then also a regular link to the website where you guys can take advantage of the offer and the opportunity that we have in front of you. Okay. Now, right now, we're going to go ahead and play this video for you guys. Go ahead and sign up if you haven't already. Again, PayPal credit is available. PayPal is available, and we do take any card that you guys have. All right. So again, you guys have 2 payments of $275 or 1 payment of $497. Make sure you guys tap in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video of our course right now, where we talk about warehousing, manufacturers, all of that good stuff inside of this one program or this one video. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to remove ourselves so you guys can hear everything and see everything clear. We'll catch you guys after this video is over. We'll be right back. You do not want to miss the gems in this video. Trust me. Hold on, y'all. Can't hear it. Can't hear it. Can't hear it. Okay, real quick, let's see if we can go ahead and fix this for you guys. No sound, you guys can't hear it. Let's try again. You have to switch the mic. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. We can switch the mic midway in here. Okay, let's try this now. Let's try here. Turn off. All right. All right, real quick, let us know if you guys can hear it now. All right, let us know if you can hear it now. Nope. Okay, let's try this really quick then. We're going to try muting ourselves, and hopefully you guys can hear the audio of the computer. We're going to try again right now. So let me know from right now if you guys can hear what is going on inside of it. All right, we're going to try right now. All right, y'all. So we don't know, again, when you have more than 4,000, 5,000 people in one class, again, you're bound to have technical issues. So I guess this is just a technical issue that we're having right now. But nonetheless, again, we wanted to just show you a video, but obviously we can't show you guys. Unfortunately, we really apologize because I know this one video had a lot of game in it. We wish you guys could hear the audio, but you aren't able to hear it. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and just jump back into the presentation and jump back into our Q&A section. All right. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. Let's go ahead and jump back into the Q&A. Again, guys, if you have questions, go ahead and drop it in the chat right now. And I already signed up, so I am going through the course already. Yeah, so if you jumped in the program, you're going to be able to hear all of that stuff that we talked about within there, which is what we suggest. It's not working. Is it another way to access that? So Deontay, we're going to shoot you over an email. We're going to have Shaq check it right now. Just check your phone and just make sure that people are able to utilize it. Shaq is going to check it right now to make sure that we can fix that for you guys. All right. So we're going to make sure we fix that for you guys. Can you tell us, tell you guys what? We're fixing that right now for you guys. So, yep, you go there and then type Webby. Should be. Wasn't that the link?
Wait.
If you guys have more questions, go ahead and start dropping them for us right now. Again, we're still doing a $1,000 giveaway, so make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you guys are paying attention. We're about to give you guys the giveaway instructions right now.
Yeah, he's going through.
All right, so yeah, it works, guys. You just have to make sure you follow the instructions that are on the email. If you guys are still having trouble with it, shoot us an email to support@ecomwithtez.com. I have my team on standby literally right now. I have my team in standby right now. All right. Tell us some of the gems that was in the video. So basically in the video, we were talking about different shipping options, different things that you guys can utilize when it comes to shipping. The Rollo label printer, which is one of them. And then we also talked about inventory and how to hold your inventory. Our guy, Tony, who was in that video, was actually showing you guys a bunch of different things about holding your inventory, organizing your inventory, and literally the whole nine. All right. So again, guys, make sure you guys tap in. The program link is in the chat right now. This is the payment plan option right here. And then if you guys want to pay in full right now, you guys can go to www.tezandshaq.com. We are coming up on the 4-hour mark in less than 15 minutes. So we have about 10 minutes of taking more questions before we have to jump off of the class, guys. So if you have more questions, go ahead and drop it right now. Other than that, we're going to get to our giveaway right afterwards. Now, what me and Shaq are going to do is we're going to actually go live after this on Instagram to help answer even more questions, help you guys even more. Again, we already went 4 hours, but we going the extra mile to help more of y'all out. Actually, real quick, would y'all rather us just take y'all over to Zoom? Do y'all want to go to Zoom right now and continue the class? Let us know in the chat right now if you'd rather us go to Zoom right now and literally help you guys out even more if that's something you guys are open to. All right. Let us know in the chat right now if you want to head over to Zoom. We might be able to pull up the video if we go over to Zoom as well, so you guys can see and hear a little bit of the gems from out of the video that we showed you guys. So if that's something you guys want us to do, go ahead and drop it in the chat right now. If you don't, then let us know as well, because we'll go ahead and jump off right now too. No, stay here. All right, bet. Say less. Again, we don't got enough people answering. So when we talk about building our brand, does this include our logo and all of that? My partner wasn't here to see the class.
Building a brand is literally everything you do. Everything you do is a part of the brand, whether it's the logo, the way you present the logo, the way you present the products, the way you make the products, the way you sell the products to the person, the way you sell yourself to the customers. Everything is part of building a brand is branding. That means everything you do is a part of it. So regardless if it's the logo, the website, the name, the image of the logo, whatever it is, it's all a part of branding. So it all has to make sense. It all has to be a storyline. It all has to make your customers feel like they are part of something when they're shopping with you. That's all a part of branding. Everything you do.
Literally. So if you're not doing those things, if you're not paying attention to all of those things, I don't know what you're doing. All right. Can you airship straight from manufacturer? Yes, you can.
Of course.
Respect you. I gotta go. Thanks for everything. Thank you, China. We appreciate you. What type of print do you prefer when dropping tees?
So that depends. Like say he like embroidery. I like silicone print. You also got direct to film. You got direct to garment. You got screen print. You got puff print. It's so many different styles. It's just basically what's your preference. Like what do you prefer? What do you feel is going to be best? And it's also what's going to be best for the design. Every design needs a different type of print. Like if you got a design that's too colorful, screen print might not be the way, because screen print limits itself when how many colors you can use, because too many colors can mess it up. So you might have to go with a direct to garment type of print. You might have to go with a direct to film type of print. You might have to do anything like that, sublimation type of print. So but all that, man, is in the program. I'm telling y'all, everything that you think you need, it's in the program.
It's in there, yo. So when manufacturers ship directly to customers, do they use our name and address? No, they use the customer's name and address when you're doing drop shipping. So what about if we need help with personal designs? Do you have access to people who do custom pieces? Yes, the designer list that you're getting from me and Shaq when you jump in this program for free is all the designers that we personally use, on top of you guys getting a free design class with me and Shaq, that you guys will be able to take advantage of.
Yep.
Shout out to Niles for jumping in. Shout out to Roz for jumping in. Man, my chats just start popping up. Been here the whole time. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yo, I think there's a.
I wonder if that's
oh, wow. Hey, yo, if you guys can talk right now, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I think it's because we had so many people in here that I think the platform shut y'all off from talking.
God.
Wow, I was wondering why it's like,
because it's like no way it's over 1,000 people just sitting here and we asking for activity and they just watch.
Right. Right. There's no way.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Next time, y'all, we gonna host this on a different platform. All right. How does it feel to be a two-headed goat?
Hey,
feels
amazing,
literally.
Amazing.
Can you please repeat the name of the label maker you mentioned? The Rollo label pinner, ROLLO. Hopefully you guys are able to talk now. I had to leave and rejoin the link. I couldn't answer and respond. Wow. Wow, we are so sorry, y'all.
Yo, what?
I was not expecting that. No wonder when we were asking y'all if you jumped in to type it. Yeah, we can see y'all. We can see y'all in the chat now. Wow, that's crazy.
Yo.
They would open it up at the last 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Wow. Mine works now. That's crazy. We apologize again. Kind of sucked. Yeah. Bro, I feel really bad now, y'all. I feel really bad again. 1 second, guys. No, I feel really, really bad, guys. Again, we were hoping. Yes, we see y'all in the chat now. We see y'all.
What?
Wow. No, y'all, we see y'all. Frank, we still see you.
What?
Y'all are the goats. Wow.
Yo, man,
so
we really appreciate y'all for even sticking around this long and not even being able to talk.
Y'all are so real.
What? Wow.
What? That's crazy. So the chat wasn't even working. Y'all, we apologize. This is the thing that happens when you have so many people in one class. I was not expecting that. Yes,
we broke the server.
That's what it is. Yeah, we emailed in this platform after today's class to get this thing fixed up. 4 hours typing questions that didn't exist. What? Oh, that's crazy. Hey, y'all, we are so sorry.
Yo.
Oh my God, we are so sorry, yo. Oh my God, here go the questions right here.
Yo.
All right, look. Yo, that's it's not on us. Yo, we seeing y'all now, yo. Oh my God, can y'all see my text now? Yes. Okay, so look, y'all. Look, we apologize, yo. Like, we did not think that was happening. We were literally sitting there wondering why y'all weren't typing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole thing over to Zoom, okay? Because again, we want to answer all y'all questions. We want to help y'all to the best of our ability. Wow, we really sorry, y'all.
This is crazy.
So I'm going to open up Zoom right now, y'all. We're going to open up Zoom right now. And 1 second, guys. We're going to open up Zoom right now and send you guys a link to join the Zoom class. And then what we'll do is we'll further your Q&A in there. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of names that I thought I would have seen.
That's crazy.
We're so sorry, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We opening up Zoom right now. I'm going to get a link for y'all so we can head over to Zoom so that way they don't close out our class. Zoom is asking us to update Zoom real quick. We're going to update this and then we're going to send you guys the link. Yeah, we have 1,000 people in here right now. Again, and we were wondering why this wasn't working. This is insane, bro. Yeah, we got to use a different platform next time just because, again, we were not expecting this. We really apologize, guys. Please don't hate us for this. We're going to make sure we head over to Zoom right now to help out you guys. Man, I feel really bad.
That's crazy.
1 second, guys. Let us go ahead and open up Zoom for you. We're not forgetting about the giveaway, none of that stuff. Ordered my samples 2 days ago. They're coming in next week. I'm about to start a pre-order. Let's get it, Ghost. Wow, this whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, see, that was our first time ever capping out a class. This is our first class together, period. Yeah. So we literally weren't expecting it at all. Wow, I mean, I guess we just set a new record then.
Yeah, we just broke it.
We just broke a record, y'all. So we're going to log into Zoom right now. And then it's 1,000 of y'all in here. I want all 1,000 of you guys to go ahead and tap in on the Zoom once I send the link out. And we'll take the rest of the class over there. That way we can answer all of your questions. All right. This was such a good class. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Wow. We wish we would have been able to hear back from y'all during this entire thing, man. We really apologize. We're going to move everything over to Zoom. So we're gonna move over to Zoom right now. I took plenty of notes. That's what I like to hear. Real quick, give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get Zoom to open up. I see myself now, LOL. Yeah, this is crazy. We so sorry, y'all. We were not expecting this. Again, we're making sure that we can fix this right now. So I'm getting my Zoom link here. And then 73054. Okay, perfect. So we're opening up Zoom right now. We're gonna get you guys in here right now. So what we're gonna do is head over here. I'm gonna open up Zoom. All right, y'all. So we sending y'all a link to Zoom right now. Click the link in the chat right now to join the Zoom. All right. Click the link in the chat right now to join the Zoom. Okay. Everybody join the Zoom right now. It's 1,000 of y'all in here. If we can get all of you guys over into Zoom right now, we will be able to assist you guys. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you guys are instantly coming in. Yo, the link is in the chat right now. Real quick, what I'm going to have to do is mute everybody before they come in. Boom. Yo, we just sent out the Zoom link right now. We're going to further extend this class. This class ends in exactly 6 minutes. We want to make sure that we take care of you guys. All right. Unmute themselves. No, we do not want y'all to unmute yourselves. Mute all upon entry. Muting. All right, perfect. All right, guys. So make sure y'all click the link. I don't see the link here. I'm going to drop it in there again. I don't see the Zoom link either. Okay, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right, the link is in the chat right now. It's being spammed. Make sure you guys hurry up and go click the link. Go hurry up and click the link. You have 4 minutes. We're going to stay here until they close out the class, and then we're going to immediately start on Zoom. All right. What if you don't have it downloaded? You can literally just click the link, and you should be able to open it up. You should be able to jump right over into it. Again, the link is in the chat right now. If you need to download the app, you have about 4 minutes or so to go ahead and download the app. All right. So the link is in the chat. We're spamming it. We're about to let you guys in. We're going to let you in 4 minutes to extend the class over. We really apologize about the technical difficulties. We did not expect that at all. Again, the link is in there. It won't let me just hop in. It's not going to let you just pop in. We have to admit all of you in there. It says you have to let me in. I know, guys. I know. We're just trying to get everybody over there right now. There's still 949 people who have not clicked the link that is in the chat right now. If you don't click the link, you will not be able to take advantage of the giveaway. So what I suggest to you guys is to go ahead and click that link. Waiting to be let in. We're in the chat. Again, we're going to let you in 2 minutes. Just give us some time. We want to make sure that everybody gets the link before we start letting people in. Again, we have 180 people over here on the Zoom. We just need the rest of you guys to go ahead and click that link so you guys can get in. All right. Click that link that's in there. It keeps saying the address is invalid. I'm going to send you guys another link as well. All right. I'm going to send you a completely different link. Bam. All right. There you go. It's probably the same link, but we're opening up over on Zoom, guys. So make sure you guys come in there. Let me see if this link works as well. There you go. So that link should work as well for you guys. Go ahead and click the link that you guys see in the chat right now, or you guys can join by regular phone call. But again, the link that we just sent you is the best link for you guys to go ahead and jump into this class over on Zoom. All right. So yeah. We should be able to answer. It's not working for me. Nathan, try again. Try this link right here that we just sent out. All right. Make sure you guys go ahead and join. Waiting to be let in. I know. Yo, we got 900 people in here. We only got 200 people in Zoom. Something is not adding up. So make sure you guys go click the link that's in the chat right now so you guys can take advantage of everything that's in here. All right. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we're just waiting on y'all to join it. All right. We're about to add y'all in. Damn, still didn't work. Waiting to get in. Yep. Just give us a second. Give us a second while we get everybody on there. For those of you guys who are waiting, we appreciate your patience. Again, we apologize for all of the hiccups that we are dealing with right now. It says waiting for host to let you in. I know. I know. We're gonna let everybody in. Again, the link is in the chat right now. They're about to close us out. We're gonna wait until they close us out right here, and then we're gonna bring it up over on the other end for you guys. All right. And then hopefully on Zoom, you guys can actually listen to one of the videos that we have for you. And that way you guys can hear about a couple of the different people who are able to make money in this space using this program. I think that would be pretty dope for you guys to hear. So make sure you guys download Zoom. If you still can respond, then leave and come back and then press the link. Yeah, exactly. So guys, real quick, click the reconnect button. There's a reconnect button right above your phone right now, right above this class. Click that button, reload in, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop the link again for y'all. All right, so the link is in there. Go ahead and reload. Click the link that's in there, and then go ahead and join the Zoom class where we're going to be opening it up for you. Yes, try downloading Zoom. What I recommend for everybody that's in here, if it's not letting you in, to just copy the link, download Zoom, and then open it once you and then click that link.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Yo, we got 30 seconds before they end the class. If you're watching this recording or anything like that, we greatly appreciate you guys for coming to the class. We apologize for all the technical difficulties. Thank you to Jason Fallon for coming on.